And boy, oh boy, who would have thought that right before we go live, we have breaking Knicks news. And no, it's not great news, but it is news nonetheless. I also don't think it's horrible news, but we'll go over it. We'll talk about it. I'll tell you right now, I think he'll play. I'm pretty confident he'll play. Obviously, I can't say 100%. I'm pretty confident he'll play. But of course, we have a game to cover here tonight. The Oklahoma City Thunder could close it out against the Spurs here tonight. So let's lock in. Let's cover it all. Let's talk about it. Maybe it ruined my mood just a little bit, but we are indeed ready to go. So let's get ahead and start the show. And oh, by the way, it has arrived. We are here in the building. Where's my pointer at? We are here in the building. Let's get ahead. Let's talk about it. Let's get it out of the way. The most important news here today is the fact that it came. We're here. We are here. 2026 NBA Finals, we're here. We made it. Oh my goodness, the hat has arrived. Now I went to go pick this up in person. The shirts are on their way. Shirts are on their way. I ordered some shirts. We got the shirts. We will be rocking the shirts. We will be rocking it over the blue blazer and the orange shirt and the top. We're not gonna be rocking it over, but it will be here. It will be in the building. We're gonna get it all together. My guy AP getting us started up, and I don't even gotta read the comment to know what the comment's probably gonna be about. So let's get ahead. Let's talk about it. Let's break it down. Let's get it out of the way immediately. Mitchell Robinson has broken his pinky finger. Now, the way it was reported, I read through it, Fred Katz had reported that he broke his pinky finger about a week ago. Probably in the last game they played against the Cavs, which now I think is like 4 days ago. That was Monday. That was Memorial Day. That was Monday. So today's Thursday. 3 days ago he broke it on a Monday. I'm no doctor. A quick Google search will tell you it's a 3 to 4 week recovery period after a broken pinky finger. The way it was reported is that there's no timetable to return. I think that is NBA AP. Is that a second one? That's a second one from my guy AP. Appreciate you, brother. And I know we'll probably talk about Mitchell Robinson here. So if you guys don't know, Mitchell Robinson it was announced he broke his pinky finger. And they said, he's without a timetable to return. Now, you would probably, and we all probably read it and all went, what does that mean? Oh no, Mitchell Robinson. I am 90% sure Mitchell Robinson will be available to play game one. It is a broken pinky finger. It's not a broken hand. It's not a broken wrist. It's not even a broken thumb. You know, is something that I don't think you could play through a broken thumb. You probably could, especially for a guy with the role of that Mitchell Robinson has in terms of you got to grab rebounds and you got to dunk the basketball. It's not like he's shooting. He don't make free throws anyway. It's not like we're worried about the free throw shooting or the jump shooting or anything like that. It's not like a Mikal Bridges and knock on everything available to you, all the wood possibly in the vicinity. It's not like a Jalen Brunson or Karl Anthony Towns or a Mikal Bridges or any of these other guys have broken their pinky finger on their shooting hand. It's Mitchell Robinson, who doesn't shoot the ball. We need him to grab a rebound, block a shot, get a putback dunk. That's what we need Big Mitch for. I assume they'll take his pinky finger, his broken pinky finger, that probably ginormous pinky finger he's got, and tape it to that ring finger. Go ahead and wrap it up in some tape and go ahead and throw him back out there. I think we'll be fine. I think it's a little bit of gamesmanship between the Knicks and whoever their opponent may be, which, by the way, we will get to the game, obviously, in a second here. But just wanted to get it out of the way with Mitchell Robinson. It sucks that that we're not gonna be 100% healthy going into the playoffs, considering that we have done a phenomenal job of staying as close to 100% healthy as we could possibly be here in the playoff run and throughout the season, whether it was managing players' injuries or resting guys when needed to be rested, getting playoff series over quicker than anybody. Again, the Knicks have been in the finals for 3 days now, and we have a possible closeout game here between the Thunder and the Spurs. But I say all of that to say that it is unfortunate timing for that to happen literally the last game before the finals, and then one of our key role guys goes out with a broken pinky. Here's the thing. I think Mitchell Robinson will be available to play. I don't think it'll hamper his ability to play and the way that he plays all that much. And I think it's a little bit of gamesmanship in terms of the wording that comes out in terms of, hey, no timetable to return. I think he'll be fine. I think he'll be okay. He wasn't playing a ton of minutes anyway in that Cavs series, and we could be playing the Thunder here today. We could find out exactly who we are, as the Thunder could possibly be eliminating the Spurs as they're up 3-2 in the series. And again, we'll get to the series in 1 second. I don't know how much he'd play in a Thunder matchup anyway. Obviously, he's important, and he's going to need to be utilized. I'm looking at around-ish 20 minutes a game for Mitch in that series. But again, he could play 20 minutes with a broken pinky. Wrap that thing up, grab some rebounds, block some shots, protect the paint, get your hands in the passing lanes, all the things that Mitchell Robinson does. Does he need a pinky finger for it? I think he'll be okay. At that point, it's all about pain management, and Mitchell Robinson's a tough son of a dude. He's a tough son of a dude, right? So with that being said, let's lock into the game. Shout out everybody in the chat. Susan, Captain Mask, appreciate you. Let's get back to my guy AP's buzzer beater. Appreciate you, buzzer beater. Spark. As always, appreciate you guys. Sons Gen, did I say Sons Gen already? Appreciate you, Sons Gen. J3, what's up, J3? Those dunks are a big part of his game. So are the blocks and boards. I would think that will impact him. Hopefully, it's not worse than what the Knicks are saying. Well, I don't think you need your pinky to snag a rebound. You got 9 out of the fingers. I think your thumbs are probably more important than any of that. And again, you tape. We've seen basketball players do this. If you were a kid growing up in the Kobe Bryant era, we were tying our fingers together anyway just because Kobe used to do it and it was cool as hell. It was cool. You looked cool with your fingers taped together. Used to do it all the time as a child. And obviously, I'm not dealing with the pain of a broken finger, but he could wrap that pinky finger to his ring finger and he could play through it. It's just going to be about pain tolerance. Right? Because obviously you got the Dirty Thunder on one side, and if we do end up getting matched against a Dirty Thunder team, you know they're going to be scratching and clawing and pulling at his hand, trying to re-aggravate the pinky finger. But again, as important and as awesome Mitchell Robinson is off the bench, I think he could still give you quality minutes. It's a good thing he's not our starting center. He's our backup center. We got to remember that. And it is important to have him out there. Our chances of winning a finals is significantly hampered if we don't have all hands on deck. I've been saying it all year. All hands on deck. Everybody. Robinson, top from Brunson all the way down to the end of the bench guy, Shamit, who obviously came up huge in the Cavs series. So all hands on deck. And I think he'll be okay to play through it. And I think it's the phrasing of no timetable to return is mostly some gamesmanship from the Knicks end in terms of not giving an edge or casting some doubt into whoever their opponent will be. Yak said it hurts like hell getting it smacked, but he will play. Yeah, it's not going to be fun, but again, he'll have a week and a half, 2 weeks before, it's 9 days before the start of game 1. If it's a 3-week recovery period, I think it'll hurt, but it's not like he broke it like he's playing tomorrow and he broke it yesterday. So there'll be some time for him to adjust, for the medical staff to figure out how they're going to be able to get him out there, right? I think there's enough time between him actually breaking in, him and them playing, where it's not going to be healed, obviously, and it's still, like Yak said, going to hurt like hell. When he snags a rebound and somebody slaps down on his hands, it's going to hurt, and he's going to have to play through it. But it is what it is. And it's not like the Knicks don't have a decent enough, quality enough third-string center in Ariel Hukporti. Well, I don't want to go to Hukporti because Mitchell Robinson is extremely valuable and important, as we've talked about all year and we've seen all year. Sean Edit said, who broke what? Mitchell Robinson has a broken pinky finger that he broke in Game 4 against the Cavs. Jason said, might have him shooting free throws like a beast. It might. It could completely recalibrate the way he shoots free throws. Was it his right hand or his left hand? I forget. Sugar Dad, I took the Spurs plus 4.5. Am I cooked? I don't know. It's going to be dependent on how Wemby comes out. We don't have a lot of time left. I do quickly want to go through as fast as we can the bingo card here. Sean Edit said, Pinky, I'm not worried. It's going to hurt in order for him to do things on the court. But again, not a shooter. We're not worried about him hitting free throws anyway. He's just got to play through the pain of clamping down on a basketball and holding on to it, right? David Osh said it might help him shoot free throws. I mean, it's difficult to see him getting worse, right? So it might. Mike, what's up, Mike? Isaiah Gardner said it's his right hand. Okay, so it is his shooting hand. Okay. All right, Mitch. He blocks shots with his left hand anyway, so. Yak said, I like Hug Porty, but I don't want to see him in the finals. Yeah, I mean, once you're playing the Spurs or the Thunder, looking like probably the Thunders, but again, we'll see if we get a Game 7 depending how Wemby comes out here today. Once you get to an NBA Finals, it's like you got to get your best 9 guys out there. And Ariel Hug Porty's not one of the Knicks' best 9 guys. I like Hug Porty, but let's be real. If we could have Mitchell Robinson out there over Hug Porty, we want Big Mitch out there. Sons Jen said, it's the Finals for Pete's sake. He's playing. Yeah, again, I think it's mostly gamesmanship. I do think he's hurting a lot. Lana Mona said, how about Sohan? Probably not against the Spurs or the Thunder here. They're just too big and too skilled to suddenly throw Jeremy Sohan out there. It's not impossible that we see him, but I doubt it. Bruce Fallow, what's up, Bruce? Long time no see. There's still basketball being played. Yeah, I mean, the Knicks have been in the finals already for 3 days now. But yeah, we still got some basketball left. Now, this might be the last game we have for a week because finals don't start till next Wednesday, 6 days from now. But, Jason, appreciate you guys. And everybody's coming out for the jump ball, so we might not have time to get to the bingo card here. Kwame Robertson, appreciate you. Shout out everybody in the chat. Vic P, shout out everybody. Isaiah Gardner, Susan, of course. Justice's dad, buzzer beater. Appreciate you guys. Is that Anthony G&T? Anthony G&T, appreciate you, brother. If I missed your name, I apologize. Go ahead, throw it in the chat again. I'll read it out. Ruzande, Ian Parkins, appreciate you. Rue Simpson, Rose, appreciate you guys. Ian Parkins said, his pinky. Have you seen Josh Hart's finger in his shooting hand? Take it up and play, Mitch. Yeah, I think he'll tape it up. And again, I think the reporting of no timetable return is gamesmanship. I think he's going to play. We've seen Mitchell Robinson play through injury. I mean, you can go back as early as last season, 2 seasons ago, and even last season, where he came back, maybe not necessarily last season, but 2 seasons ago, where he came back earlier from an ankle injury than he should have because it was winding down the end of the regular season. He wanted to get back to his team. Freeway Hustler, what's up, Freeway? Walter, what's up, Walter? Let's go Knicks, Thunder versus the Knicks. And we're probably going to end up seeing the Thunder here. But again, I wanted to go through the bingo card because I think the biggest deciding factor here today, as we saw in Game 5, how does Victor Wembanyama come out? If Victor Wembanyama doesn't come out and play like a top 3 player in the NBA, let alone what a lot of people have kind of been anointing him as the best player in the league now, they have no shot. As we saw in Game 5, they have no shot. You need Wemby to show up and be the best player on the court here tonight. If you want to extend this to a 7-game series, I still have the Thunder coming out. I don't think the Thunder to lose 2 playoff games in a row. But anything could happen once you get to a Game 7. So, Wemby, you better show up, brother. You better show up. Darnell, what's up, Darnell? Isaiah Gardner, appreciate you. The spammers, appreciate the spammers. Thank you for that, I guess. Susan said, let's just let the 9 days play out. Yeah, and that's a great point, Susan. Like I said a little bit before, if you missed it, he broke it on Monday. They don't play till next Wednesday. He'll have 9 days in between for them to figure out a game plan, how they're going to wrap it, and how much pain tolerance he's going to need in order to play through it. I think we'll see Mitchell Robinson out there. Again, it just sucks that he's not going to be 100% considering what he's dealt with throughout his career and how he's managed himself to get to this point. Nibble, what's up, Nibble? I put $100 for the Knicks to win, sweep the next opponent. How much would I win? I don't know, brother. You're the one who put the bet in. You tell me. Robert Kling, what's up, Rob? He never had a full season anyway. I do hope you play. I think he will play. Durston, what's up, Durston? Can you change Chef 15 points to Chef 15 points? Speaking of, so we're going to get ready for the jump ball here. We'll go through the most important things. We obviously have the usual basketball stuff in there. Wallace, Kason Wallace, is he off the bench or is he starting? I think he's going to be off the bench because McCain's played so well. So we have Wallace for 12 points. We have Harper for 12 points. I lowered Harper from 15 to 12. He's dealing with the abdominal injury. So usually when a player's dealing with an injury, AP, I didn't get to a super chat. You know what? Let's go ahead, throw it. You know what? Let's get ahead. Let's get started to it. We ran out of time filibustering about Mitchell Robinson injuries, of course. Shout out my guy AP for his generosity. Appreciate you, brother. Also, get these lights out of here. There we go. AP, his first one says, Murphy's Law shows up again. It never fails. It never fails. You're right about that. I completely agree. Completely agree. He said, we lost 10 rebounds a game in trouble. They didn't lose it. They didn't lose it. I would be very, very, very surprised if Mitchell Robinson does not play game 1. I think he'll be ready to go. Nick Yag said, refs will be watched all night. That is a pretty good point. Lana Monas, appreciate you. Reminding people to the like button. If you guys are enjoying the show, ready to go, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on your way in. Appreciate you guys. Okay, so the refs here today are... it sucks that we have to go through this. Shout out my guy. Can never pronounce your name correctly. Appreciate you. Referee, official. Gitaminus, Petratus, Zach Zarba. I kind of like Zach Zarba. He's fine. James Williams, okay. Tyler Ford, I believe, is the 4th backup official. Nibble said, I believe what I meant was Nixon 4. Nixon 4 until proven otherwise. Has always been my mentality as well, brother. All right. So here we go, getting ready for the jump off. I could put some volume on. Wemby wins it easily, and we are off and running a pivotal Game 6. Will the Thunder pull it off here today, or will we have yet another basketball game, a Game 7 on the way? Of course, this is in San Antonio. They kick it out Champagny, and he knocks down the first made bucket of the night. It is a 3 on a spot up. There you go, San Antonio. They're going to need their guys to show up here today, and obviously they're going to need Wembanyama to show up. Here's McCain with the ball being guarded by Fox to get it over to Holmgren, being guarded by Vassell, spinning to his left. Where's our lineups? To get it up top to McCain, driving to his left, down the lane, hesitates, under the rim, shovels it over to Hartenstein, a foul line floater, got it to go. He's been automatic with those. Jagged Terrier with the Jagged Terrier. Where's our, Jesus Louise, finally. I have to scroll all the way up. All right. We'll fix this in 1 second, but they get it over to Castle. Castle has on the left wing, being guarded by Dort. Coming to his right up the Wemby screen. Gets it over to Wemby. Left wing 3, Wemby. You like him being aggressive, and he knocks down the 3, something he did not do. Missed all of his 3-point attempts in the previous game. Manuel Mercado. What's up, Manuel? I have Knicks in 7 against OKC. I got Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. They're going to have to show me that they can bleed first before I expect them to lose. Wemby comes up with a block. And the rebound goes back to the Thunder, though. Holmgren fires a 3, can't get it to go. Battle for the rebound, knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it's off of Hartenstein. And the ball's going back to the Spurs. Wemby with a big block shot, and he's knocked down a 3 already. Okay, Wemby, you're going to need to have a big night tonight. They quickly push it down the court. Wemby then knocks down his second made 3 of the night, and Wemby's looking like the best player on the court, and this is exactly what the Spurs need as the Thunder quickly call a timeout as the Spurs come out 3 for 3 from 3-point range, 2 from Wembanyama along with a big old block, and 1 from Julian Champagny. AP said, I was kind of hoping we would need Mitch for iHeart. I think you'd need Mitch for either one of these teams. You'd need Mitch for a Wemby matchup. You'd need Mitch for a Thunder matchup between Hartenstein and Holmgren. Jason said, oh boy, Wemby coming out inspired today. Yeah, so speaking of, we do have a very early timeout. Oh, by the way, like I said, if you guys did not see it, the hat has shown up, baby. The 2026 NBA Finals New York Knicks hat has arrived. The official with the champions, Eastern Conference champions logo on the side is fire. Fire hat. Had to go get me a hat. Had to. Rich Smith, what's up, Rich Smith? Mitch has a broken piggy. Yeah, we covered it in the pregame. You can rewind it if you want. Broke down everything and all my feelings about it. AP said, I have mine coming. I tried to order the hat the other night when the Knicks won it on Monday night, and they were sold out already. So I did get the order of the T-shirts, but the hat was not available. So I had some time. Wasn't sure if I was going to have time. Did have some time. Was able to go out to the store, find it out in the wild, brought it back home with me. Shout out that hat, baby. Shout out that hat. The hat, we will be rocking the hat for the foreseeable future. Unless the Knicks lose the finals, which I don't think will happen, but unless the Knicks lose the finals, then the shine of the hat starts to go away just a little bit. Mike said, how in the world did he break it? If you remember, Mike, in Game 4 against the Cavs, he grabbed the rebound and then fell to the floor going for the rebound after it got knocked out of his hands, and he dove on the floor for it, and he came up holding his hand, and he was kind of wincing and flexing his hand and holding on to it. That is when I suspect he broke the pinky. So he broke it on Monday. Yeah, I said, Mitch, same size as Cab, but longer arms. Does have longer arms. He might be an inch taller than Cab, but I don't know. Yeah, they're about the same size. Freeway Hustler said, did anybody see the Unethical Hoops video with Dylan Brooks? Hilarious. Wasn't that AI? Did Dylan Brooks actually do that video? I think it was an AI one. Stravagy, what's up, Stravagy? Fortnite clips, let's get those legs up, guys. Appreciate you, Fortnite clips. Adani T, what's up, Adani? Finally got my Knicks Eastern Conference jams today. There you go, brother. TT in the morning. You got the hat, and we still do not have our own chef's hat. Brother, I'm working on it. It's going to have to be an off-season thing. I'm going to get the chef's hat going. Probably going into next season. Starting next season, we're going to have a lot of things going on with the channel. I'm locked in. This season has locked me in. J3 said, remember when you got the hats and shirts at Modell's the day after the game? Yeah. Had to go to the sporting goods store. But they did have it there. They had a plethora of them. Jay Gardner said, no disrespect to the boys at Chat Sports, but I love the fact that there's no profanity, slamming alcohol every super chat or gambling promotions here on this channel. Appreciate you, Jay Gardner. Yeah, no disrespect to the boys over at Chat Sports. I like what Marshall and them boys do over there too. It's just not my vibe, you know. That's not how I want to do the show. But I do like and respect what they do over there for sure. And Marshall calls a heck of a game. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Jaden said, the Unethical Hoops video was supposedly real. SGA's people sent a cease and desist to Underdog. I see. Okay, we're back into it. They get it into the corner to Dort, and Dort knocks down a three to quiet the crowd down a little bit. I said we'd go over the bingo card, and then immediately did not do that. Went right back to reading the chat. Appreciate you. Fortnite clips at different demographic for sure. Different strokes for different folks. Completely butchered that saying. Castle bullying his way down the lane against SGA, gets the layup to go. You gotta love the start to this game for the Spurs. It's 11-5. Let's lock into it. SGA bringing it down, being guarded by Castle, coming to his left, driving it down in the mid-range over to Harnstein, a floater over Wemby. Gets the soft touch on the side of the rim. He does get the friendly bounce. He doesn't switch it through the way he normally does, but he gets the soft bounce off the side of the rim, and he gets it to drop down. It's 11-4, 11-7. It's only a 4-point game here. They get it over to Vassell up top. Vassell, pass fake. Now gets it over to Wemby. Wemby left wing being guarded by Lou Dort on a mismatch. He's going to look to put him in the post and back him down. Out by the three-point line, gets to the foul and kicks out a deep straightaway three from Vassell. Can't get it to go. Harnstein the rebound. Quick outlet to SGA. SGA pushing the pace. Has it up top, being picked up by Champagny on a cross match. Stops in the mid-range over to Holmgren. Ran off that three-point line. He'll attack the paint. Tries to shovel it inside the Harnstein. Somehow made its way through, but Wembanyama comes up with a block. I don't know why you're trying to finish on the right side of the rim with Wemby standing there, Harnstein. You got to go to that left side of the rim. They swing it around. Champagny left corner three. Comes up short on it. Rebounded by Holmgren. They're bringing it down the other way. A lot of three-point attempts here for the San Antonio Spurs. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Fox. On a switch, SGA swings it over to Dort. Dort gets it over to Holmgren. Holmgren swings through to his left, gets it up top to Dort. Dort a deep straightaway three. Might even call that a logo three. Doesn't get it to go. Wemby keeping Harnstein off that glass. Knocks the rebound over to Vassell. Vassell's going to look to attack Holmgren. Gets into the paint. Kicks it out to Champagny. Over to Castle. Over to Fox. Good ball movement here from the Spurs. Fox coming to his right. Off glass jumper. Can't get it to go. Wemby knocks the rebound back to Fox. They swing it back up top to Champagny. He's going to pump fake from three. Down the lane. Over to Wemby. Being guarded by Harnstein. Has a high post left corner. Now he's going to bring it to the wing, throws a bullet pass over to Champagny in the corner, ran up that three-point line, one dribble to his left, shoots the step-back three, doesn't get it off in time. It's a shot clock violation, which does help our bingo card for sure. Champagny's got the 1-3, Wemby's got 2 threes so far here tonight. And they bring up the bingo card, and the Thunder will bring it down the other way. We do have a shot clock violation, which where is that? Back up here, there we go. We have yet to go over our bingo card, but we will. We will indeed go through our bingo card, for sure. So the Thunder bringing it down. SGA coming to his right, slips it over to Harnstein. Another foul line floater, misses that one badly to the left. He was looking for a foul, he doesn't get it. And now here comes Wemby off the rebound, bringing it down. Already significantly more active in this game, not just with the scoring, but the rebounding. He's already grabbed 2 rebounds. Wemby dancing with it up top, crosses over on Harnstein, stop, turn, spin, fall away jumper in the paint, got it to go for Victor Wembanyama, and that's the aggression that was completely absent in Game 5, a pivotal Game 5. Should not have saved it for Game 6, should have used it up for Game 5. Wemby with 8 points already. SGA has it up top, who has yet to even take a shot, coming to his right, swings it over to Dort, ran off that three-point line, up top by Champagny, and draws a blocking foul on Champagny on a reckless closeout. A little too out of control there. Ram Jam, what's up, Ram Jam? Let's get this Game 7. I wouldn't mind a Game 7 at all. Would give us more opportunities to watch some basketball. Jay Hammer, what's up, Jay Hammer? Knicks' playoff performance was compared to all-time teams who won 70-plus games in the regular season. These Western teams will not doormat so easily. Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. Some team better prove to me that this Knicks team is fallible, because right now they look unbeatable. SGA, foul line pull-up jumper, and once they win, it'll be Knicks in 5. And if they win again, it'll be Knicks in 6. SGA gets his first basket by knocking down that jump shot. Wemby up top, bringing the ball down. He's being guarded by J. Will. They pull Harnstein out early. They get it over to Dylan Harper, who also back in. A deep straightaway three for Wemby off the back rim. Can't get it to go. Rebounded by McCain. He's going to push it the other way. Still a 4-point game, 13-9 here. McCain crossing over to his left down the lane, and he turns it over. Wembanyama the steal. Hit ahead to Wemby. Over to Castle. Castle back to Wemby. Down the lane in the paint. Gets blocked, but Castle right there picks it up, and he gets blocked at the rim, but fouled. He's going to the foul line for 2. Body is all over the court on that play right there. Lou Dort with a very clean block on Wembanyama, but the ball careened right back to Steph Castle, who got fouled going up for his layup attempt. So we got 2 free throws here from Steph Castle with 7 minutes to go in this first quarter. Aldrin with a Aldrin. I'm worried about Knicks in the finals. Don't be worried, brother. Just enjoy it. Brandon Peabody with a Brandon. Winner of the West, winning the chip. Sorry, Knicks fans. You said that about Philly. Said that about Cleveland. When will they learn their lesson? Appreciate you, Brandon. Sons Gen said, no problem. Try clicking onto Chevy's page. You click on the little hat logo once the page. You should join the bottom. You should see a join at the bottom. Appreciate you, Sons Gen. Appreciate you, brother. Helping the people out in the chat. I don't know what the question was, but I appreciate you, Sons Gen. Steph Castle goes 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Caruso now in the game, being guarded by Harper, spinning to his right, driving it down in the lane, kicks it out to J. Will, pass fake, keeps it. Great defense from the Spurs. They finally get it back to SGA up top. We're under 7 to go. We're quickly approaching this halfway point of this first quarter. A step back, mid-range, fall away from SGA. His feet were on the line. He wasn't close to being a 3-point shot, but they do call it a 3. That definitely looked like a 2 to me. But I guess SGA knocks down a step back 3. I think they'll change that back to a 2, but for now we'll leave it at a 3. They try to throw the lob up top to Wemby, and Chet Holmgren goes up there and knocks the lob away. You rarely see that. They swing it out to J-Well. One more extra pass to Caruso, left corner 3. Misses that one. Good boxing out from Castle and Holmgren there. Wemby comes over for the rebound. They get over to Harper. Harper gets it over to Vassell. Vassell's going to pump fake over to Castle, over to Harper. Jab step, straightaway 3. Dylan Harper, way off, hits the side of the backboard. I don't even think it touched the rim there for Dylan Harper. Looked like an air ball to me. And rebounded by J-Will. Here comes SGA over to Holmgren. Holmgren far more aggressive after that Game 5 performance, his best game of the series so far. They swing it in the corner of the door. Ran off that 3-point line by Wemby. Gets to the foul line. Fall away. High arcing. Comes up short. Rebounded by Castle. Pushing the pace. Hit ahead to Wemby. Wemby on the left wing. Dort comes from behind. Picks his pocket. And he's going to go the other way for an easy 2-handed slam. Wembanyama just 2 lackadaisical with the ball in his hands. Brother, you are in a pivotal Game 6 here. Great effort from Dort to get that steal and breakaway dunk. Here, Dylan Harper has it up top, being guarded by Dort. Harper gets it over to Castle. Castle up top, being guarded by Caruso. Castle gets it over to Vassell. They lob it to Wemby. Wemby high post. Backing down J-Will. Swings it back out to Castle. He'll line up a 3. Castle will miss a 3. Rebounded by J-Will over to SGA. SGA will bring it down. We're tied at 14 here with a little over 5 minutes to go. SGA has it up top. We have a whistle. And they changed SGA's 3 to a 2, which is what I thought it was. So it's 13-14, 1-point lead here for the Spurs. Brandon said, script has been leaked. It's Knicks versus Thunder. I think it's been Knicks versus Thunder for a while. I've had Knicks versus Thunder for a while myself. They hand it off to SGA. SGA throws it away, trying to get it to Alex Caruso. Caruso saying he was grabbed and held. And it's just going to end up as a turnover. The ball's going to go back to the Spurs here with 5 minutes to go. Luke Cornett going to sub in for Wembanyama. Jason said the Spurs jacking them up from 3 to start the game. Good Lord. They are getting them up there. Castle swings it out to Vassell. Another 3. But this one actually goes down. They started off hot. Got a little cold. They're jacking them up there from 3 for sure. But they're knocking them down. So you can't hate on the process so far. Lou Dort puts a 3 up himself. He misses it. Chet Holmgren off the rebound. Bump fall away. Gets fouled by Keldon Johnson. And Holmgren will go to the foul line for 2 free throws with 4:40 to go here. 17-13. Champagne's got 1 3. Vassell's got 1 3. And that greatly helps our bingo card. Nikki said, how are the Spurs getting no offensive rebounds? Thunder have locked into their rebounding after getting dominated on the boards. I think the first 2 games, definitely that first game. Brandon said, only way the Spurs get offensive rebounds is Wemby. The rest of the guys are too small. The Thunder are also a pretty good rebounding team, especially since they've acquired Hartenstein. Chet Holmgren knocks down both of his free throws, 17-15. Dylan Harper gets it into Cornett, and Harper will bring it down. 4:30 to go here in this first quarter. Dylan Harper driving to his right, throws it out to Castle, extra pass to Vassell, wide open straightaway 3, and he knocks another one down. Back-to-back 3s for Devin Vassell. He's got 2, and again, greatly helps our bingo card. We'll go over the bingo card the next timeout break or the end of the quarter, whichever comes first, because we are flying by here tonight. SGA up top, lobs it over to Holmgren. Ball knocked out of his hands by Castle. Great defense from the Spurs, showing 2 bodies to SGA, forcing him to pass it over to Holmgren, and then Castle chases him down and knocks the ball out of bounds. Brandon, so Knicks in theory can beat them as you see, and it's hard to beat OKC and the refs. You're right. J-Dub is available to play. He's coming in off the bench. J-Dub's available. Jason said it's a 3-point barrage for sure. Jalen Williams playing J-Dub. Look at him. He's out there. Hartenstein comes back in, but look at him. He's out there. Jalen Williams. He's out there. He's back. He's available. Okay. 4 minutes to go. They get it into Hartenstein. Hand it off to SGA. He's being guarded by Keldon Johnson. Faces up, driving to his left, step back, fall away, midi, comes up short, rebound by Vassell. And here come the Spurs pushing the other way. Fox pushing the pace. Left wing up top to Vassell, ran off that 3-point line, going quickly, tries to get it inside the Cornett, knocked loose by Caruso, but Cornett recovers, kicks it out Keldon Johnson as he knocks down a straightaway 3, a 3-point barrage for sure. So far tonight, it's an 8-point lead for the Spurs. 15-23, Caruso down the lane, lefty layup. Got it to go down for Alex Caruso, who has found his offensive game in this series. My goodness, Fox hit ahead to Johnson. Johnson being guarded by Kayson Wallace, trying to bully his way to the basket, and Wallace just takes the ball right out of his hands. I wouldn't attack Kayson Wallace if that were me. Especially if I didn't have the level of handle required. Kayson Wallace has amazing hands. Just rips the ball out of Keldon Johnson's hands. And then SGA crossing over on Keldon Johnson. Hop step down the lane, fall away jumper over him. He can't get it to go. No fouls called. The SGA hits the floor in the fall away. Rebound knocked over to Harper. Harper pushing the pace, trying to bully his way down the lane. And then a Kayson Wallace yet again rips the ball out of his hands. SGA to the rim, lefty layup, smokes it, knocked loose by Vassell, and picked up by Fox. SGA, you got to get those layups to go down. Harper on the hit ahead, knocks down a right wing 3. The 3-point barrage refuses to let up, and the 9-point lead is reacquired by the San Antonio Spurs here, 26-17, 2:45 to go in this first quarter. J-Dub fall away midi gets fouled by Harper, and J-Dub will go to the foul line for 2. Whew. An up and down breakneck pace of this game so far. And we're going to get a timeout, and we need a timeout. Nick Yak said a lot less fouls called. Yeah, man. And you got to love it. Look how much fun the basketball game is when there's a lot less fouls called. Guys are actually in rhythm. Jump shots are going down. Look how much fun we're having. The Dog Catcher. What's up, Dog Catcher? Brandon said, I think the Spurs force Game 7 with the refs and Thunder at home win. Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult to beat this Thunder team twice in a row in a playoff series, right? Going back to last year, they have yet to lose 2 playoff games in a row. Jason said, as SGA falls to the ground on the fall away. I call it as I see it, brother. He fell to the ground on the fall away, and he probably didn't have to. Madrasi said, do you think Robinson will be able to dunk if he plays in the finals? I do. I do. Jay Garner said, if Willis Reed can play with a broken leg, Mitch can tape up that pinky. Well, the thing about Willis Reed playing with, it wasn't a broken leg. I think it was a completely torn quad or a completely torn hamstring, one of those. The thing about Willis Reed, one, he played 4 minutes in that game. He took 2 shots, and we never saw him again. You know, so it was just it's essentially what OG Anunoby did in Game 7 against the Pacers 2 years ago. Mark, what's up, Mark? Happy to see you as always, brother. So, you know, I know, like, the legend of Willis Reed. Oh, he played in that Game 7 with, he couldn't even walk. He couldn't. If you watch the highlights of that game, he's literally running down the court, dragging the leg behind him. You know, he couldn't play defense. He came out there for the first couple of minutes. They swung the ball to him. He took 2 jump shots and knocked them both down. Shout out Willis Reed, of course. But it was more so of like, hey, we got to do whatever we can, even me getting out there on one leg to play. And I think Mitch Robinson will be out there with a broken pinky. He will. Very confident in it. Isaiah Gardner said Wemby got to take over the mismatches he got. I mean, he's doing exactly that here tonight. Absolutely. Eric C. What's up, Eric? Nick's got this. I hope so. Joseph, what's up, Joseph? Bruce said the SGA is falling victim to his own doing. He falls every shot. He does indeed. He does indeed. You know, I've seen a lot of people do a lot of grandstanding after the... And look, I think it was Underdog Sports, which is a gambling company, and it's just like, why are they doing this with the whole SGA thing? And while it's like funny, it's also like, why are we doing this? But also he put himself in his own situation. Like, he has manufactured his own reputation. You know, you reap what you sow. If he wants to change the way people talk about him and the way the NBA world and NBA fans view him, he's going to have to change that by not foul baiting every single trip to the basket, you know? J3 said, do you recall how Mitch played after he hurt himself in the last game? I'm trying to remember. I don't think he played too much. It was a blowout, Jay. I don't think he played too much longer and then subbed out. Right? Southern Gent said, 1 out of 5 shots, he becomes an area rug. Who's that? Bozy Beater said Becky Hammond can go to hell. She moved the goalpost about Brunson. I mean, everybody did, but she was very, very adamant and continues to be very wrong, where everybody else has kind of come out and been like, yeah, we were wrong. Well, she's still standing on some kind of ground being like, actually, I'm not taking back what I said. And we're like, we're not asking you to take back what you said. We're asking you to revise your opinion based off of what we've seen so far. As J-Dub misses his first free throw, he's got one more coming. Mark said, Mitch going to be okay with the broken pinky? I did a full, the whole pregame was kind of dedicated to talking about Mitch. We didn't even get to really talking and breaking down the game so far. Mark, so if you want to go back and listen to that, maybe during halftime or something. But just to give you a quick roundup of it, I think he'll be fine. I think the whole way it was reported in terms of him, of the team coming out and being no timetable to return, as J-Dub does knock down the second free throw. I think it's more of gamesmanship thing where they're like, oh, I don't know, maybe he'll play, guys. We don't know. Depends how you guys are going to game plan. He goes, I think he'll play. They're going to tape that finger over to the ring finger, and he'll be able to play. Fox misses a little fall-away jumper over Caruso, and Cornette can't get to the rebound, but they call the foul on Harnstein holding on to his arm. Wow, they're actually calling the Harnstein holding on to the arm foul. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Cornette has a handful of jersey, though, too. So the ball's going to stay here with the Spurs. They get it into Harper. Harper up top, attacking to his right, behind it back to his left. Foul line pull-up jumper. Dylan Harper, by the way, he gets a bit of a pass because he's a rookie, but also has the abductor strain. So he gets a bit of a pass for his lackadaisical effort in Game 1 and non-existent kind of pressure that he applied out there. But here tonight, significantly more aggressive. SGA throws the lob up top to Harnstein. He gets it to go down. There you go. 28-20. We did have a quick 10-point lead there for the Spurs, but a double-digit lead nonetheless. Let's see how the Thunder operate being down early in this game. No Wembanyama again. The Wembanyama-less minutes are very important how the Spurs handle that. They get it inside to Johnson. Johnson hop step down the lane, floater off glass, gets it to go down over J-Dub, using the athleticism to just explode over him. Wemby and Castle out of the game, by the way, as they both make their way to the scorers table now. And it's a 10-point lead for the Spurs. They actually built up the lead further without Wembanyama on the court, which has not really been the case during the playoff run here, and particularly during this series. Hartenstein hands it off to SGA, driving to his left on Harper, almost falls down, keeps his balance, fall away jumper, got it to go. SGA, there you go. Holding on to that balance, brother. Stop hitting the ground and start knocking down some shots. Fox crosses over on Caruso, driving to his left in the lane, pulls it back, step back, lobs it up top. Cornette can't get the tip in. Cornette, brother, come on, man. We can't be smoking these easy layups. Here comes Caruso bringing it down the other way. Coming to his right off the Hartenstein screen. Kicks it out to J-Dub, being guarded by Fox. J-Dub pulls it out. Fox poking at the ball. J-Dub coming to his left, testing the handle, and J-Dub dribbles it out of bounds. Testing the handle of a guy looking like he's playing kind of on one leg right now. And his first game back as well, coming off the bench. Clearly not 100%. Clearly. User, what's up, user? Off topic, but I heard on ESPN Radio, Evan Mobley will earn a base salary of $50 million, 26-27. I think he's due for an extension. I think that is the case, right? I think he signed his max extension because he won Defensive Player of the Year. I think that's what happened. 50 seconds to go here, 30-22. Castle and Wemby come back in for the final couple of possessions here. Wemby hands it off to Fox. Ball got knocked loose by Cason Wallace, of course. And then we're going to get a jump ball between Fox and McCain there. Jason said, get Luke out of the game. Yeah, they got him out of the game with the quickness, for sure. Any mistake Luke Cornette makes, you got to get him out of the game because it will compound. All right, so we do have a jump ball now as well. We had, in the previous game, in Game 5, we had probably our most filled-in bingo card we've ever had without actually getting bingo. So hopefully we can make up for it by getting bingo here today. The Spurs win the jump ball. Step back three from Wemby straight away. Oh, my goodness. Wemby has the touch here tonight. He's knocked down 3 threes in this first quarter. And it is an 11-point lead, their largest lead of this first quarter for the Spurs. SGA coming to his left. Pull-up three from him. He can't get it to go down. Fox with the rebound. Gets hit by Hartenstein. I believe that's his third foul. I believe that's Hartenstein's third foul right there. He picked up on Wemby earlier in the game, and he's going to sub out with 3 fouls, I believe. And him being in foul trouble here tonight is going to hamper them significantly because he has been their best option in terms of guarding Victor Wembanyama. 33-22, 24 seconds to go. Ball back to the Spurs. You said, weird about the National Hamburger Day. I just had McDonald's Big Mac meal. Shout out to you, brother. Robert Kling, the Knicks are breaking all kinds of NBA records and nobody's still picking them. Yeah. Castle has it up top. 15 seconds to go here. Castle sees a double team. Swings it over to Barnes in the corner. Wide open three for De'Aaron Fox. Throws up an air ball. Barely grazed the rim on the other side, but pretty much an air ball. They get it up top to Wembanyama. Sees 2 defenders. Over to Castle. Pass fake. Mid-range. Got it to goes. The shot clock expires. Wow. 35-22 with 1 second to go. 3-quarter scored heat from J. Will nowhere near the basket. And that's going to end our first quarter. 13-point lead for the Spurs. Excellent end to the quarter there for the Spurs. Obviously, Wemby comes back in. He knocks down the 3. Castle also comes back in for the final 40 seconds. Wemby knocks down the 3. They get a defensive stop. They pick up a third foul on Hartenstein. And then Castle knocks down a pull-up mid-range jump shot. And we got a 13-point lead for the Spurs. They survived the Wemby-less minutes. As a matter of fact, they built up the lead a little bit. It's Chris, by the way. What's up, Chris? They took Champagnie 3 threes away? Champagnie 3 away? No. Champagnie still has a 3. He's got 3 points. He took 1 3. Or he's taken 2 threes, but he only made the 1 3. 1 for 2 from 3 for 3 points. Jason said, I always get nervous when guys like Wemby start hitting threes. Hope he continues to ball, though. Yeah, Wembanyama tonight, 4 for 6 from 3. 3 of them being 3-point shots. I believe he's 3 for 4 from 3. But 11 points, 5 boards, and this might be the more interesting number. Only had the 1 rebound through 3 quarters the other night. I think he ended the game with like 6 rebounds or something like that, but really, really bad rebounding outing for Victor Wembanyama the other night. Just literally had no legs, was not attacking the glass whatsoever, was allowing Hartenstein to beat him up. Here tonight, obviously coming out with a renewed vigor in the game. And he's got 11 of 5 in the first quarter. That is pretty spectacular so far. Can he continue it? Walter Strong, what's up, Walter? Great energy and fast pace in the first quarter. Fantastic energy. I completely agree. They're allowing these guys to be physical and bang down low a little bit, but also not letting the game out of control, calling the fouls when there is excessive contact. I love it. I love it. Letting them play. It's unfortunate how much the officiating has become part of the story with the series when it should just be about these two teams battling it out. But so far tonight, the officiating has been a complete non-factor, which is exactly how you want it to be. Nick Yak said, what a difference home court and new refs. Home court maybe, but I think it's mostly a difference of how Victor Wembanyama has come out. You can't win a basketball game if your best player comes out lackadaisical. And I don't think he had Sean Martin. What's up, Sean? I don't think he had the energy. And that's, a young kid's going to have to learn, like, hey, man, when the playoffs come around, it's an every other night kind of thing, and you're playing 40 minutes a night. Like, you're going to have to put your big boy pants on and really go out there and hoop, right? And clearly that is, I think, the biggest learning factor he's had so far throughout this playoff run, where it's like, oh, man, playoffs are no joke. Like, it's every other night, man. That's what the regular season is for, is building up the requisite amount of endurance in order to get it through. Not just physical endurance, but also conditioning endurance in terms of being the go-to guy every single time. Like, you need to dictate your team. And he did not do that in Game 5, and they got killed. They got killed because you're not going to be able to win a basketball game if Victor Wembanyama is just having a pedestrian outing. And he didn't, by the way. He had a legit bad outing. He was bad the other night. He was bad when he was out there. They were actually slightly better, I believe, when he was on the bench. I don't know if the numbers back that up, but it definitely felt that way because he was so bad, both offensively and defensively. Just didn't have the energy and the effort required to win a playoff game against the best team and the reigning champion in the Thunder. So, here tonight, he's come out with his hair on fire. Like, whether those shots are going down or not, the aggression is exactly what you need to see. Mike said, again, when we come out firing Game 1, we're not looking back. That's the goal. Sean Martin said, Shea will be reincarnated hospital form-up. Caruso has it up top. Gets it over to McCain. McCain coming to his left, start of the second quarter. McCain up top to Caruso. They swing it over to Holmgren. Holmgren on the right wing, being guarded by Wemby. Coming to his left, driving it down. Hands it off to Wallace. Coming to his right, hands it off to McCain. Coming to his left. Step back, driving it down, leans in, fall away over Wemby, high arcing, comes up well short, rebounded by Champagnie. Extra effort from everybody defensively, and especially on the glass so far here tonight. Champagnie coming out of nowhere to snag that rebound away from Holmgren. Wemby spins in the lane, lefty layup, got it to go, and again, the aggression from Victor Wembanyama to 15-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. They don't have SGA on the court. They have played pretty well without SGA on the court during the series. Let's see if they can get one of those performances here tonight. They need it. Holmgren catches it on the paint. Under the basket in the paint, but can't get a shot off. They swing it around. Caruso's going to drive the lane. Euro step, righty layup, gets it to go down for Alex Caruso. And again, he's been fantastic offensively in the series. A lot of owners said, looking forward for a Game 7. A lot of time left in this game. It's only a 13-point game. Obviously, Spurs have come out playing well, but going to need a lot more. Caruso picks up a foul going for the steal. Jagger Terry said, Team USA versus Mexico soccer starts in June. It does. World Cup right around the corner. They get it to Fox up top. Fox coming to his left. Shot clock winding down. They swing it over to Castle. He's going to pump fake from 3 in the mid-range. Kick it back up top to Fox with the shot clock winding down. He's going to heave a logo 3. He's going to miss it off the front of the rim, battle for the rebound. Wallace had it, lost it, picks it back up, pushing the pace, gets it over to McCain, left wing 3 in transitions, got the space, and he knocks it down. Jared McCain has been nails in this series. He's been fantastic. Wemby's trying to respond with a pull-up 3 himself, can't get it to go, but a rebound goes to Chet Holmgren. Castle with the floor looking for a foul. They don't give it to him. Holmgren bringing it down. It's a 5-on-4 in the paint. Pump fake. Swings it out. McCain ran up that three-point line by Castle as he's late to get back on the defensive end, but he's able to corral the defense a little bit for his team. And then Kayson Wallace gets caught in the air, turns it over as Wemby came over for the shot block. He tried to throw it away at the last second, but didn't have anybody to go to. Castle in the lane gets fouled by Chet Holmgren, and Castle will go to the foul line for 2 free throws this time as the Spurs still hold on to this 10-point lead. Jaden said, Caruso playing like he's still in the Bulls? A little bit. Ruzande said, you see how they disrespected Coach Brown by not having him in the Coach of the Year category? It's a regular season award. And while maybe he should have got some votes, as like the third or fourth guy, I understand him not. not ending up in the top 3 completely. I completely understand it. Maybe should have got some votes here and there. It was first year with the Knicks and figuring things out. But I mean, look, we were all there for the regular season. The playoffs would be completely different. But the regular season wasn't anything to write home about with the Knicks. They ended up as the 3 seed, right? They weren't even a top 2 seed. Nick Yaxa Caruso, one bad game, otherwise terrific. Yeah, that one game he had like 0 points and was not aggressive at all. AP said, call me Mr. Miyagi. Got to get that finger right or we have no chance. I think they'll be all right, brother. Castle knocks down both free throws. All right, ESPN, thanks for that. Caruso bringing it down against Harper, putting his head down, attacking, throws up a floater, looking for a foul, doesn't get the foul. Champagny, the rebound, bullet pass ahead. Castle, reverse layup, can't get it to go down, and he throws it out of bounds, leaning into Holmgren trying to get the foul. Why would you do that, Castle? Why would you do that, brother? Go up strong and look to get a finish. They swing it over to J. Will, right corner 3. He's got space. He misses it. Rebound goes to Chet Holmgren. He goes up for the big one-handed hammer. As Wemby falls into Kason Wallace and was then caught out of position to try and contest Holmgren in the paint, and Holmgren gets the nice easy putback. It's still a 10-point lead for the Spurs here. Castle coming to us right off the Wemby screen, down the lane, cross-court pass Dylan Harper, pass up top to Champagny, ran up that three-point line by Caruso, step back over to Wemby, Wemby directing the defense away, coming to his left, gets caught in the air, and it's a foul on J. Will. It's 2 fouls on J. Will, 3 fouls on Harnstein. AB said, OKC is going to win this series. I think they're going to win tonight. They could. They could. So 10-point game. Harper up top. Coming to his right. Pulls it back. Pull up straight away 3. Dylan Harper rattles it in. They need a huge performance from Dylan Harper here tonight as he gives them a 13-point lead back. And these 3-point shots going down for the Spurs here at home. McCain spinning in the lane, being guarded by Castle. He's got nowhere to go, got nowhere to go. Finally saves it out to Holmgren, who takes the baseline, pump fakes. He's got nowhere to go, but dumps it down low on a cutting Kason Wallace. Great layup and great cut for Kason Wallace there. And we're going to get a full timeout from the Spurs here. Catch their breath a little bit. We can fully go over the bingo card. Jason said, rooting for the Spurs. I just want more basketball. I'm with you, Jason. I just want more basketball. Todd Clark, what's up, Todd? Is Reggie going to be on the finals call? Nope. Mike Breen will. Mike Breen will be on the finals call for the Knicks. It is always, the finals goes to ESPN and it's usually on like ABC. So it'll be called by Mike Breen. AB said, they will see the Knicks get the hardest opponent possible. It is what it is, brother. You made the finals. There is no worrying about who the opponent is. It is what it is. Corey said, jump ball. We do have the jump ball. Let's go ahead and update the bingo card, and then we can go over it together. Because, again, we've been trying to go over it. Let's get rid of this. And then we can update it there. Boom, boom, boom. We filled it in, and there it is updated. Okay. So we do have a couple of threes from guys already, but we'll go over that at halftime. But I really just want to go over the bingo card in the sense that usually going over the bingo card directs us to who we need to step up in order for each team to win. So like Kason Wallace for 12 points so far tonight. He's got 2 on that layup he had, but he's been fantastic tonight. Maybe we should have had Wallace in here for steals or something, like 3 steals, because he's had 2 steals already so far here tonight. He's been fantastic in that regard. Maybe we take the points away and put steals up for the next time. If there is a next time, maybe in Game 7. Harper for 12 points off the bench. He's got 8. It used to be 15. I lowered it down again because of the abductor strain, giving him the benefit of the doubt, playing through the injury. So he's up here for 12 points. He's got 8 already, obviously very clearly on pace for 12 points. We'll see if he gets it. We have the challenges, as always, successful and failed, somewhere over here. Chet for 15 points. He's got 4. He has not played well in this series. He did play well in Game 5, maybe figuring some things out, maybe gaining some aggression. Or some confidence, I should say, gaining some confidence in this series and finding the spots and the areas on the court in which he'll be able to attack the Wembanyama matchup. But he's got 4 points and 5 boards. The rebounding is great for Chet Holmgren. But Chet for 15 is very important, right? Normally, I'd have the Stars up here for 30, 25, and 20. But when it comes to Chet Holmgren in this playoff series, does not have a great matchup. It has not been confident in the series scoring-wise. So we have him down for 15 points at least here. He's got to give them something. J-Dub has made his return, but we're not going to have him up here on the bingo card. Was not expecting him to play, nor do I think I would have him up on the bingo. Maybe for like 12 points, maybe 15 or something for J-Dub. Coming off the injury, and he's coming off the bench. I doubt we see him for a ton of minutes. As a matter of fact, he did not even look good in his short stint earlier in that first quarter. But we have any player for 3 blocks. Wemby probably is already close to that. We'll double check it at halftime, of course. Castle for 20 points. Castle's got 7. He's on pace. Champagny 3 threes. He's got 1 so far. He hit the first 3 of the game. It's always a good sign. Caruso 2 threes or 3 stocks. Don't think he hasn't hit a 3 tonight. 2 of his shots have been layups. But we will check the 3 stocks as well during the halftime break. 2 consecutive missed free throws from any player. We'll see. Usually get those towards the end of the game when players start getting tired. Those legs start going out on them. Double-double, of course. SGA for 30 points. Which star is going to show up today, whether it's going to be SGA or Wemby down here for 30. I think this is the ultimate deciding factor of who wins this game here tonight. 4-point play. Keldon Johnson for 12 points. He came out firing to start the game, so we'll see if that continues. A goaltend as always. Logo 3. Fox for 15 points, dealing with the high ankle sprain. Normally we'd have De'Aaron Fox up here for 25, but we got him down here for 15 because of the ankle sprain. Travel. Failed challenge as always. Wemby 30 ball. We talked about tech foul. Vassell 3 threes. He's got 2. And then McCain for 10 points here tonight. He's got 3 points so far. Here we go. We're checking back in. 8:30 to go. Castle swings it over to Champagny. Back to Castle. Castle up top being guarded by Wallace. Coming to his right. Off the Vassell screen. Castle driving it down. Step back. Fall away jumper in the paint. Comes up short. Rebounded by Holmgren. Gets it over to McCain. McCain bringing it down. Shot out of a cannon. Has it on the left wing. Pulling it back out. Coming to his right. Down in the paint. Throws up the floater. Got it to go down for Jared McCain. He's been phenomenal throughout this playoff run. And specifically in this series, man. He's kind of been the deciding factor a little bit. Castle has it up top, swings it over to Champagny on the left wing. Step back, pump fake against Holmgren's got nowhere to go, so he picked up his handle. They get it out to Castle. Castle being guarded by Wallace, crosses over to his left on him, throws a left-handed cross-court pass out to Dylan Harper. Step back, pump fake, leans in against Caruso, fall-away jumper, and Dylan Harper got the jump shot going here tonight. Ended the aggression, looking for a shot as well, has been very impressive from the rookie. He's got 10 points already tonight. Kason Wallace, a dribble pull-up right wing 3. He got it, and we need Kason Wallace points props. Huge 3 for him. And the others showing up for both sides as well. Vassell knocking down 3s. Dylan Harper's been fantastic. Caruso's been aggressive offensively. Kason Wallace and McCain knocking down some shots. They swing it out to Champagny. Double step back left wing 3 for Champagny. Gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. Rebounded by J. Will. Outletted to McCain. They lob it down low to Holmgren in the paint. Catches. Reverse dribble. Spin. Lefty push shot. In and out. And in again for Chet Holmgren. And these Luke Cornett minutes continue to be a bit disastrous for the Spurs, man. And now here comes Harper in the corner to Vassell, right corner 3, and Vassell, his third made 3 already. We can fill in that bingo spot. Absolutely fantastic shooting from the Spurs. They're 10 for 19 from 3. They've hit 10 threes already. They leave J. Will wide open on the left wing. He can't get it to go down. Dylan Harper comes flying in for the rebound, and Harper gets it over to Castle. Castle bringing it down. Has it up top, putting his head down, attacking. Coming to his left in the lane. They kick it out to Harper. Harper gets it back out to Castle. He'll just fire up the left wing 3. He'll miss it off the back rim. Rebounded by Holmgren. He's going to push it the other way. Chet Holmgren has it up top. Being guarded by Dylan Harper. Pulls it back out to get it over to J. Will. J. Will fakes the handoff. Keeps it. Throws a bullet pass in the corner. Kason Wallace has enough space to fire, and he rattles it in out of the left corner, man. These two teams going back and forth, swinging against each other, especially with these 3-point attempts, these 3-point baskets. I was just thinking, where is Wemby? We got 6 minutes to go. I want Wemby ending this quarter, this half strong here, as Caruso picks up a foul out on the perimeter trying to guard Castle. Corey gets to Champagne did travel in the first quarter. Champagny traveled in the first quarter. I'm trying to think of the play. I can't think of it. Did he travel? Harper has it up top. Coming to his left. Off a Wemby screen. Dylan Harper to the rim. Layup. Got it to go through the Harnstein contract. Harnstein, by the way, he only got 2 fouls. I thought he had 3. Only 2 fouls for Harnstein, so not as disastrous of a moment there. I'm going to check to see how many turnovers he has Corey. He should have one turnover then if he was called for travel. They lob it down low to Harnstein. He throws up the floater. Can't get it to go down. A huge bat on the board. Harper falls to the ground. Saves it over to his teammate. Quick outlet to Fox. My goodness, these teams are battling for these loose balls. Fox kicks it out to Harper. Harper's been phenomenal. He's going to drive it down an SGA. Bullying his way to the basket. Spins in the paint. Kicks it out. Extra pass. Fox. Extra pass. Wemby pump fakes. Harnstein goes for it. Wemby down the lane. Throws up the floater. Got it to go. Oh my goodness. The ball movement has been spectacular from the Spurs here. And a timeout for the Thunder. Beautiful timing. Let's get ahead and check if Champagne has one turnover. I'll give it to you. I don't remember the turnover, but if the box score says he's got a turnover, then he's got a turnover. I'll just trust you on that one. Champagne, he's got a turnover. So I'll take your word for it. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I'll take your word for it, brother. I'll give it to you. I'm not trying to keep us away from bingo. Champagne turnover, travel. There we go. We'll fill that in. Why not? I can't remember the travel personally, but I'll take your word for it, brother. We'll fill that in. We also have Vassell for 3 threes. Already, Vassell 3 threes. McCain also. He did travel, sliding over the 3-point shot. Gotcha. Thanks, guys. Mike said, time for Huck to shine? Maybe. Could be a Huck. Could be a big Huck moment. The depth of the Knicks is definitely going to have to show up against whichever team we play. Can I update this bingo card, please? We have Vassell for 3 threes as well. There we go. Jason said, bingo rocking so far tonight. I mean, usually when you have fantastic games with really good shot making, the bingo card starts to get filled up, right? Now, we did have in Game 5 one of the greatest bingo cards we've ever seen without a bingo. We didn't get a bingo, despite how awesome the bingo card was. Appreciate you, Sons Gen, getting the spammers out of here tonight. Appreciate you, brother. Just that's at 821 undefined headshot logo Champagne traveling turnover. Thank you, Just is dead. Nick Yak said Knicks reportedly offered Mitch and Sham a 2-year deals. Mitch 2 years. They didn't offer. You're not allowed to offer anything yet, Yak. But that is the report that they will just bring both guys back for next season, considering how well both guys have played this year, but also how well the team has played with both of them. So they haven't offered the contract yet, but that is the plan for them to offer contracts like that to those guys, the 2-year deals. And if you're wondering why 2-year deals, it's because you can go over the second apron for 2 seasons before you start to face real ramifications for being over the second apron, in terms of like your draft pick gets pushed back to 30 no matter where it's at, and stuff like that. So you'll be in the luxury tax for a year or 2 before you start looking at your roster and being like, okay, we got to shed some salaries here and there. Nick Yak said, if we see Hug Porty, something went wrong. Yeah. I mean, foul trouble, Mitch injury, stuff like that. Yeah, if we see Hug Porty, something went wrong. Completely agree. Ruzan, they said, see how the game flips when you can't flop? I mean, it's a 10-point game, brother. Like, one team is shooting the heck out of the ball from the 3-point line. I don't think the game has, like, flipped because the Thunder aren't flopping. Now, they aren't getting the flopping calls here tonight, which is fantastic. Just allow these guys to play basketball. Stop rewarding them. But we've also seen that from the Spurs. This Castle has had 2 or 3 attempted flops here tonight that they haven't given them the benefit of the doubt on, which I love. Don't reward Castle for flopping, jumping into the defenders and then falling to the floor. Don't reward the Thunder players for flopping and jumping into the defenders and falling to the floor. Don't reward anybody for doing that. Greg William, what's up, Greg? Definitely want this tired OKC team. We just got to stop Caruso. I think you also have to stop SGA, the reigning MVP. This is a tough matchup for SGA. He's consistently struggled against the Spurs. I don't think he'd struggle as much against the Knicks. I think he'd get to his spot to knock him down. But they're going to have about a week off. Like, the final starts in 6 days. You know, game 7 would be played, what's today, Thursday? On Saturday. And then they'd have 3 days off as Dort misses the left corner 3. So they'd be decently rested, right? Here we go, 10-point lead. The Spurs get the ball back off the missed Dort 3. Wembanyama has a high post being guarded by J. Will. Gets to the foul line, pull-up jumper. Comes up short, but gets the friendly bounce off the front of the rim, and he gets it to drop down. And it's a 12-point lead, 53-41. Under 5 minutes to go here. And the Thunder bringing it down. J. Will fakes the handoff, keeps it. Hands it off to SGA, coming to his right, being guarded by Vassell. SGA's going to dance with it, come to his left. They kick it out to J. Will. He's going to pump fake, ran off that 3-point line, step back. Fall away foul line, kicks it out to J Will at the last second. Pump fake, steps in, knocks down the mid-range pull-up jumper. Great move from J Will, honestly. Not known as a pump fake step in mid-range jump shooter, but you'd prefer that over a spot up left corner three any day of the week. Carter Bryant maybe got to stay on his feet in that scenario to not give him that mid-range jumper space, but Wemby misses the mid-range pull-up jumper himself over J Will. Rebounded by the Thunder. Here comes SGA. SGA being guarded by the rookie Carter Bryant. Carter Bryant has struggled a bit in this series, offensively and defensively. They get it inside the case on Wallace. They kick it out to Dort. Dort will fire a three, no hesitation. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. And I think the Spurs, every single time Lou Dort rises up to take a shot, they're like, yes, we won the defensive play, whether he makes it or misses it. They kick it out to Wemby, a right wing three off the catch and shoot. In and out, can't get it to go. Rebounded by J Will, out to SGA. SGA bringing it down, seeing multiple bodies all night. Passing it to his teammates. They're not necessarily rewarding him so far here tonight. J Will pump fakes out of the left wing, being guarded by Wemby. Tries to hand it off to J-Dub. Gets knocked out of bounds by Wemby. Them go-go gadget arms just reaching in there and knock the ball out of bounds on the handoff action. Jason said this is the fastest Thunder game ever called. It's back and forth, up and down, absolutely. It's been phenomenal. It's been phenomenal. I don't even know if Wemby needed to touch that, honestly. That was such a low handoff pass by J Will. Probably would have ended up being a turnover anyway. Caruso has it up top, coming to his right. 3:40 to go. They hand it off to SGA. SGA being guarded by Bryant, coming to his right. Castle then switches onto him. Rhythm dribble, pull up three. And it's a shot clock violation. Do we have that? No, we had one already. It's a shot clock violation. SGA had to heave up a three, hit the backboard, didn't even touch the rim. Hit the top of the backboard. That's how bad that shot was. My goodness. They are getting into the Thunder defensively here tonight, not giving them any clean looks. Castle bringing it down, crosses over to his left on Wallace. Gets caught in the air, kicks it out. Carter Bryant, wide open right corner three. Too strong, can't get it to go, though. And in the same vein where the Thunder are happy the Spurs are happy whenever the Thunder swing the ball over to Dort and he shoots a shot. The Thunder are happy whenever the Spurs swing the ball around and rookie Carter Bryant takes a shot. We have 3 minutes to go here. Caruso gets it over to J Will, hands it off to SGA. And Carter Bryant runs into J Will. He takes a dive. He gets the benefit of the whistle. Paper Dog. What's up, Paper Dog? He said Dort's going to make them lose. He could. He is a weak link on this team for sure, especially offensively. Caruso gets it into J Will. J Will gets it out to SGA. SGA dancing and isolating with it against Carter Bryant. Step back straightaway three over him. In and out, can't get it to stay. Battle for the rebound, picked up by Fox. Fox surrounded by Thunder players. He rips the ball away and dribbling it down against the defense. They get over to Castle. Bullet pass over to Carter Bryant. He takes the baseline, goes up. Big two-handed hammer from Carter Bryant in the paint. He said, I'm going to make sure I throw this one down. And now here come the Thunder bringing it down. They get the crowd on their side. Caruso driving it down in the lane. Euro steps, ball knocked out of his hands. He picks it back up in the corner to the door. Dort inside to Holmgren. Holmgren gets blocked at the rim. Got blocked at the rim. It looks like by Vassell. And then Vassell and Holmgren got something to say to each other. Vassell trying to hype up his team like, let's go. Let's take it to him. You gotta love the extra effort, energy. The extra effort. The high energy of the Spurs here tonight. And this is the energy you would have figured they'd bring the game 5, but it's got to start with your best player. Wemby opened up the game ready to go, and everybody else is following their lead. Oh, my goodness, that is a block by Vassell. My goodness. So the Thunder do keep possession after all of that excitement. Thunder do keep possession. 12-point lead for the Spurs. Caruso gets it into J Will. J Will in the left corner. Saves it out to SGA, being guarded by Carter Bryant. SGA swings through to his left. Driving it down. Step back. Pump fake. Steps through. Kicks it out to Caruso at the last second. Shot at the shot clock buzzer, and he gets it to go down. Caruso has turned into a dead-eye shooter. I can't believe it. They get it up top to Wemby. He's going to look to attack. Euros down the lane, takes a bump. Kicks it out the last second. Vassell, right wing three, is feeling it. In and out, can't get it to stay. Rebounded by J Will. Bodies falling all over the court. My goodness, Holmgren, SGA, Carter Bryant, all hit the deck. And now here comes Caruso bringing it down the other way. My goodness. Caruso gets it up top to SGA, being guarded by Bryant. Coming to his left, driving it down, gets past him, but a foul on Castle. J Will picks up the foul. And I keep starting my timer, but there's 2 minutes to go. My timer's ahead. Mike said they better put a body on Caruso. You'd think he'd slow down at some point, but he's got the touch, man. He's telling his team, calm down. Honestly, Caruso, one of the most annoying players in the league. Motown. What's up, Motown? Do you actually cook? I mean, not in the kitchen, but in other ways. Step back, mid-range, fall away from SGA. Got it to go. And it is a 7-point game. Here come the Thunder. There you go. They're hanging in there after the fantastic offensive start from the Spurs. They hand it off to Wemby, but they're going to keep firing away, and Wemby knocks it down. Another response. And the ball is going to go to the Thunder. There was a foul called, but the three-point shot does count. 10-point lead for the Spurs. 1:30 to go here. Whistle's starting to fly a little bit more here. You just said most of us agree. Anyone but OKC? Absolutely. They are the evil empire of the NBA right now. And it's not even because they're good. I mean, obviously they are the best team in the league. They're the deepest team in the league, all of that. But that's not even why they're the evil empire right now. They're the evil empire because they suck to watch. It's a free throw fest every time you got to watch them. Tone Shifter, what's up, Tone? He's cooking right now. What you mean? That's what I'm saying, Tone. Like, I may not be in the kitchen cooking, but I'm cooking in other ways, too. Appreciate you, Tone. Appreciate you. TT in the morning said, see, Cavs, this is how you be competitive in the conference finals. Yeah, you fight back. You at least have some pride. Now, the Spurs are better than the Cavs. The three best teams in the league most of the season has been the Thunder, the Spurs, and the Knicks. I know Pistons fans might be like, hey, throw us in there too. We won 60 games this regular season. We were the one seed majority of the year. And yeah, but you had very obvious flaws that I think everybody saw. And everybody was like, your regular season play is not going to translate the same way in the playoffs. So I'd probably put you fourth, and then I'd maybe put Boston fifth, and then Denver sixth. I think the officials are looking to see if this meets the criteria of a flagrant. I think, if anything, that's just a regular foul. I don't think there's a flagrant or anything. I think this is just a regular foul. Carter Bryant's trying to get into the paint. SGA got to hit the weight room. To me, this is a regular foul. This better not be a flagrant or anything. Mike said, I still don't know why Detroit was number one. Detroit, I mean, they took this regular season probably more seriously than every other team in the league. And that's how you win a lot of regular season games. The Pistons treated the regular season like every night was like a playoff matchup for them. They were like, we're coming out here and we're going hard and we're playing harder than you, and we're gonna lock you up defensively. We're gonna turn you over, and every other night kind of thing where a new team's coming in every night. Like, that's hard to deal with in the regular season, and the Pistons took full advantage of that. We see teams like that all the time. Right? They often didn't win games because they were the more talented team. Obviously against the dregs of the league, of course. But they weren't winning games because they were more talented than other teams. They weren't winning games because they were just playing harder. And that's obviously a great skill to have. And as they improve the talent of that team, that skill that they have developed, throughout the course of this regular season, is going to come to play for their later playoff runs. But not this year, where the talent wasn't where it needs to be a true contending team. Tone said, the Spurs got to beat OKC or flopping will become necessary. Yeah. It is a common foul. All of that reviewing and watching the tape just for it to be a common foul, which we all assumed it was anyway. It's 2 free throws, I believe, for SGA because they're in the bonus here, right? Donnie said, or could be that the Thunder and Spurs see each other as obstacles to winning it all. Or, what do you mean or? Or to what? What is the or in response to? Mike Hirsch, what's up, Mike? Pistons got off to a good start and held that lead. Well, they won 60 games, so it wasn't just a good start. They took the regular season extremely seriously, more seriously than other teams who were like, well, we're going to load manage a little bit. We're going to sit some guys every now and again. We're going to manage some injuries. We're going to keep guys out a little longer than maybe is necessary. just because we're playing for the playoffs. Where the Pistons were like, no, we're playing to build good habits because they hadn't been there yet. They hadn't won a series yet. They won one series this year and then got eliminated in round 2. And it's steps. It's step for a young developing Pistons team for sure. Fox bringing it down. He has it up top. SGA knocks down both free throws. And we have 1:25 to go. It is 58-50. Castle swings it over to Fox. He'll take the lane in the paint, kick it back out to Castle. They'll swing it over to Wemby. Wemby on the right wing being guarded by J. Will. He's going to just fire up the three over him. He's going to come up short. Rebounded by Kayson Wallace. He'll bring it down. 1:10 to go in this second quarter. If you're the Thunder, you want to end this quarter strong. Kayson Wallace, the left wing three. He's feeling it. He's feeling it as he knocks down the three. Kayson Wallace coming through. Castle up top, coming to his right off a double screen, driving it down in the paint, throws a lob up top. Wemby tries to tip it up, can't get it to go down. Good defense from J. Will, able to snag that rebound. They get over to SGA, and he'll bring it down. 40 seconds to go here in this first quarter. SGA has it up top, being guarded by Castle. SGA crossing over to his left, driving it down. Hesitation move, step back. In the lane, they swing it around. J. Will wide open, right corner three off the ball movement. Can't get it to go down. Rebounded by Fox, and Fox will walk it down. Hold there for what could be the final shot of the quarter, but there is about a 6-second difference between game clock and shot clock. So Fox will hold it up top, being guarded by Caruso. He's going to get a screen from Vassell. He slips the screen. Get it over to Vassell, back to Fox, coming to his right. McCain picks him up on a switch. Shot clock down to 5. Coming to his left off the Wemby screen, driving it down. Fox sees 3 defenders, spins, foul line, fall away jumper, comes up short, but Wemby right there for the tip up and in over J. Will. And it's a 7-point lead with 5 seconds to go. SGA will bring it down against Castle. She's going to blow right past him, full court. Lefty scoop layup, can't get it to go. It was an air ball. What was that from SGA? He is all out of sorts in this game and in this series in general. Went to the rim and went for like the finger roll lefty finish and just airballed it. Tough. Jason said, if these three stop falling, San Antonio will be in trouble. They need some easy offense. Yeah, they do. Wembanyama, though, I will say, 22 first half points ain't bad. Ain't bad at all. Dylan Harper, have it up on screen here. He's 3 for 3 from three-point range for 12 points in that first half. Let's go through the box score. We will start with the team stats, as always. Sean Martin said Kayson Wallace is a dangerous man. Yes, he is. He has not really been heard of in this series. He's being heard here tonight. Let's look at the team stats. Let's see how they match up. It's a 7-point game at halftime, despite the San Antonio Spurs absolutely on fire from 3. Well, they slowed down a little bit in that second quarter, so that makes sense. Also, let's go to the big screen. Let's look at it together. Rose said Knicks playing away in the next series. Yeah, the first series where they won't have home court advantage. But with the way the Knicks fans have been traveling, man, who knows? Who knows? Mike said still a close game, still not convinced Spurs can get it done. Yeah, it's a very close game. It could go either way. It's only 7. Could go either way for sure. We look at the possession battle. It's tied. About, one more possession for the Spurs there, 46-45. 23 made for the Spurs, 21 made for the Thunder. We look at the three-point battle. 5 more made threes for the Spurs, 11 for 25, whereas the Thunder are 6 for 18. And only a 7-point lead to show for it. They're +5 in the three-point make battle. That is 15 extra points, and it's only leading to a 7-point lead. Let's see where else the Thunder are making up some of these baskets here. We look at the free throw battle, 6 attempts to 4 attempts. Boy, oh boy, is it beautiful to see only 10 free throw attempts in the first half. Only 10. Both teams combined for only 10 free throws in the first half. I love it. Stop rewarding guys every single time they hit the floor. Let these dudes play basketball. Basketball is a contact sport. This is a beautifully played game so far here tonight. Vic P said, I love the way the refs are letting them play. Yeah, I think it's been a very good officiated game. You are barely noticing the refs, and that's exactly how every game should be played. Motown said, SGA playing cheeky, but only down 7 is bad for the Spurs. Yeah, especially after that first half shooting. Now, again, they were on fire in the first quarter, slowed down a little bit in the second quarter, so it makes sense why the Thunder were able to claw their way back into it. But as to Marcin, Mitchell Robinson, Brokey Pinky might miss game 1 of the finals. He will miss game 1 of the finals, brother. He'll be back. He'll be ready to go. They're going to tape that finger over to the ring finger. He'll be available to play. I think they're just a little gamesmanship in terms of like, oh, I don't know, no timetable for his return. He'll play game 1. If he doesn't, I'd be extremely surprised. I think it's like a 90% chance he plays game 1. Bruce Fowler said, when SGA retires, he can be a stuntman in Hollywood. My TV screen froze on the last shot. Prepares To fall is part of the shot. Falling is part of the shot. To some people, I guess, yeah. Not said, crazy the difference between games refereed by Tony and other refs. Tony Brothers, I've said it before, I continue to maintain it, is the worst official in the NBA, and I hate how he continuously gets assigned to these high leverage games. Rebounding battle, 20-21. Back and forth they go. Very even game so far. And honestly, the only reason the Spurs have the lead right now is because the three-point shots are going down. Assists, 13-16, 4 steals to 2 steals, 2 blocks to 2 blocks, 5 turnovers to 5 turnovers. Everything as close as you can get them. Fouls, 7-6. Points in the paint, 22-18. I mean, obviously, there's some slight edge here and there. It's been a wire-to-wire lead so far for the Spurs. They've led the entirety of the way. Thunder have never had the lead. Closest was when it was 3-2. Maybe it was tied at some point. Yeah, it looks like it was tied at one point because they've led for 99% of the way. So for 1% of the game, it was tied. Maybe it was the opening tip-off where it was 0-0. Who knows? Tone said, I do too. He's terrible. Every single time I see Tony Brothers is assigned to referee a game, I just know it's going to be a tough game to watch, unfortunately. I think he's terrible. I think he's the number one official when I see he's officiating game. I'm like, oh, we're in for a tough one here today. I think he's bad. I think he's just bad at his job. I think that's it. I don't think he has like this agenda or anything like that. I think he's just bad at his job. Freeway said, Tony Brothers is a company man, that's why. I don't think that's it. I legitimately just think he's bad at his job. Bruce said, Tony Brothers is like Michael Wilbon. Nobody wants to break it to them. Hey, man, you might be right about that as much as I love Wilbon. TT in the Morning said, Brothers is retiring this year? Don't play with me, TT in the Morning. Don't play with me. You better be. Because it's time. It's time. The game has passed him by. He does not officiate a good basketball game anymore. I don't know if he ever did, but I'll just say that. Yeah, so the largest lead for the Spurs so far tonight has been 15. It's a 7-point lead right now, so the Thunder have done a good job, obviously, of at least cutting it in half for halftime here. Detroit boy, what's up, Detroit? All right, let's go through the box scores now, see how they match up to our bingo card. I love that we have fans from... Mike Hurst said, Wilbon isn't that bad. He's not that bad. No. He's not like Tony Brothers bad. But time is starting to pass him by in terms of the way he gives analysis of basketball games where I'm like, brother, what are you talking about? Like, this isn't 2015 anymore. We're in 2025, Michael Wilbon. What are we talking about? Angel A1 Jerome, and what's up, Angel? Tone said, Adam is retiring all refs with AI. No, I mean, that quote from Adam Silver was taken out of context. He's mostly talking about AI stuff whenever there is a challenge for like out of bounds calls or stuff like that. Detroit boy said, I love Wilbon. I love Wilbon as a person. Whenever I listen to Wilbon talk about basketball, I'm like, oh, he doesn't watch that much basketball. I think he watches basketball. I think he's tuning into the national games whenever they're on. But, it's very clear when you hear Michael Wilbon talk about your team that you're like, oh, he doesn't watch the sport. Detroit, I like him for his perspective, not analysis. Perspective, he's phenomenal. Like, again, Michael Wilbon's great. But when it comes to, like, whenever he's trying to break down a game and then, like, give an opinion on it, I'm like, what are you talking about, Mike? Mike, what are we talking about? But, the game has kind of passed him by a little bit. He's older. He's not staying up grinding tape. He's not staying up tuning in for the late-night games, He's got other stuff he's trying to do. He's trying to play some golf. He's trying to watch some golf. He's got other things he's trying to do. So I love Wilbon. But again, every time I hear him talk about the Knicks, I'm like, Wilbon, what are we talking about, brother? Like, this has not been an issue for like 3 years. So that's where it is. Mike Hurst said, Wilbon's a nice guy. I don't really watch PTI that much. The show is a little shouty for me. PTI's not shouty. PTI's the least shouty show on SportsCenter. I like PTI. I'm not tuning in specifically to watch PTI. Like, I'm like, if I see a clip from it every now and again, cool. But just that said, Wilbon is a baseball guy. I think Wilbon's a basketball guy. He's an all sports kind of guy. He's a baseball guy. He's a basketball guy. At this point in his life and in his career, I think he's more of a golf guy, to be honest. But he covers all sports and pretty in depth as well. Chicago bias, maybe some Chicago bias as well, for sure. Freeway said, refs know exactly what flopping looks like. That's why they can decide to not reward it all of a sudden. Well, here's the other thing as well. If you have the reputation of being a flopper, maybe you don't give them the benefit of the doubt when they fall to the floor, even if maybe it is a foul. Like, what is the big deal if maybe there is some contact, maybe there is a foul when SGA shoots a jump shot and he falls to the ground? But if you don't call it, you know what SGA is not going to do next time? Is fall to the ground. If we just stop calling it and just saying like, oh, if he fell to the ground, then there must be a foul. You know, like, there are ways to clean up flopping with simple directives to the officials in terms of the way they call the game. And that's the most frustrating part with the flopping thing. Because it's like the players will keep doing it. If you keep giving me the foul, I'm going to keep falling to the floor. Why would I not? Why would I not take advantage of this clearly, obvious loophole? If I fall to the floor, you're going to blow the whistle. Why would I not keep falling to the floor then? Right? It is up to the officials to then be like, hey, okay, we got to just stop rewarding that. Like, unless I see the foul, I'm not going to assume there's a foul anymore. You know? Let's get to the box score. Let's go through it in regards to our bingo card as well. So we can start here with Kason Wallace for 12 points. Wallace has 11. 4 for 4 from the field, 3 for 3 from three-point range. Walter said Greenberg and Wilbon 100%. Chicago buys. Greenberg's a Knicks fan, brother. Greeny's a Knicks fan. When it comes to the Pistons and Bulls rivalry. Drew said Detroit boy, I know you been said it's okay to keep your head up. You'll get through it. It's okay. Shout out Detroit boy. Astra Cat, what's up, Astra Cat? My guy Mark Haven, appreciate you, brother. Wemby can't take falls like Alexander. He'll get a concussion. I mean, it's a big way down for a 7'5" to fall to the ground versus a 6'6" guy. It's a bigger difference. So let's start with the starters, actually, and then we'll work our way towards the bingo card. We have Harper for 12 points, which I think he's got 12 points already. Isaiah Hartenstein, 6 points, 3 boards. He does have the 2 fouls, only played the 9 minutes, I think mostly because of the 2 fouls. He's a minus 16 out there. SJ is a minus 14 out there. He's got 10 points, 4 for 11 from the field. Not good efficiency at all, 0 for 3 from three-point range. He does have the 4 assists and only the 1 turnover. So not a horrible game from SGA, but clearly not a good game at all. Not even in the realm of being a good game. Matter of fact, it's a below-average game. He's not even, like, okay out there. He's pretty bad. Pretty bad so far, which I think bodes well for the Thunder because if he gets it going at any point throughout the night, they're right back into the game. It's only a 7-point game. Jed Holmgren, not a huge factor so far here tonight. 6.7 boards, a steal and a block so far from him. Does have 2 offensive rebounds. He is a +4. He was really good in that bench unit out there when he was alongside out there with them as well. 6 points for him is just not going to be enough though. Lou Dort. 5 points, 2% from the field, 1 for 5 from 3. Spurs are absolutely giddy every single time Lou Dort rises up to take a shot. McCain with 5 points. Got it going a little bit at the end there. A rebound, 2 assists, only 1 turnover. Really solid minutes from Jared McCain here tonight for the most part. He got 5 points, and we have McCain up here for what? We have Chet for 15 points. He's got 6. So he's gonna have to desperately pick up his scoring in the second half for us to hit that prop. We have McCain up here for all the way down here at the end. 10 points. He's got 5. He's halfway there. Might even have to, if he's going to remain in the starting lineup here, we might even have to bump that up to, I don't know, 12 points, 15 points, something like that. Off the bench, Jay Will with 2 and 6 boards, 2 assists. I thought he played really good defense on Wemby as well. He's a +9 out there, and that's, again, I think he played really good defense on Wemby, even though Wemby has 22 points in the first half. He also rebounded well as well. Caruso with 7 points. Again, he's been spectacular, but 0 rebounds, 0 assists. Hasn't turned the ball over, but no steals and no blocks from Alex Caruso, and he's only made the 1 3, so if he hits 1 more 3, he fills in his spot up here. Kenrich Williams played 1 minute, and we haven't seen him since. He was a -5 in that 1 minute. He came in for the final minute of that first quarter, which Wemby came in, knocked down the 3, and then Castle knocked down the jumper, so that's why he's a -5 in 1 minute. J-Dub is coming off the bench tonight. He's only played the 7 minutes, has scored 1 point. He doesn't look good at all, not moving well, not athletic, not explosive at all, and he's getting taken advantage of defensively for sure. Motown said, eating steelhead with pesto, faro roasted potato and cauliflower. I don't care who wins now. There you go, brother. Enjoy the little things in life. Absolutely. Sounds delicious. Ashton said, is the ref showing affection to the OKC this game? No, it is a very, very well-played game so far tonight. And then Kason Wallace with 11 points, and again, we have him up here for 12. So is there anything we missed? SGA for 30, again, we'll see. He's always liable to go off in a quarter, so... but with 10 points, he's not on pace for the 30 ball. We'll see if he gets it. Any player for 3 blocks? Nobody has more than 1. And then I don't think anybody has more than 1 here on the Spurs side as well. Blocks? Nope, nobody more than 1. Okay, so let's go through the Spurs now. Champagne 3 points. I wish 3 threes. Has only made the 1 3. He's 1 for 3 from 3-point range. He knocked down the first 3 of the game. He has not been heard of since. But he does have 3 boards, 2 assists, some solid defense from Champagne here tonight. Victor Wembanyama, the biggest story, 22 points, 6 boards, an assist, a turnover, 2 steals, and 1 block for Victor Wembanyama. De'Aaron Fox has yet to score here tonight. 0 for 5 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3. Does have 4 boards and 4 assists. Has not turned it over. Really solid game. What they need from De'Aaron Fox is just be a nice game manager. Again, we know he's dealing with the ankle injury. So he's going to get a pass for this performance. Probably shouldn't even be playing out there on the ankle. But he's going to get a bit of a pass playing on it. I'm not expecting a ton of offense from him. As a matter of fact, we've lowered his points prop down to what, 15? De'Aaron Fox. Where's Fox? Where's Fox? Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's start up here. Castle. 2 consecutive free throws. Johnson. Oh, Fox right here. 15 points. Yeah, so he's down to 15 points, which usually he's up to 25. I've slashed it down 10 points for De'Aaron Fox. We'll see if he can knock down some shots here. But again, he's going to get a pass in terms of the scoring. But 4 boards, 4 assists, not turning it over. There's a reason why that gives him a plus 12 here in the plus minus, even though I hate the plus minus. Doesn't tell you anything. But there's a reason why the team is solid when he's out there, and it's because he's doing a good job of at least being a floor general out there, and they desperately need a floor general. It also takes the ball out of Castle's hands, so he's not turning it over like crazy. As a matter of fact, Castle doesn't have any turnovers tonight. Speaking of, he's got 7 points, 3 boards, 6 assists here tonight, doing a really good job of taking care of the basketball at least. Gonna have to pull the ball in the basket a little bit more often. He's 2 for 6 from the field. They're gonna need him to knock down some more shots. Devin Vassell, 9 points, 3 made threes, a huge block shot on Chet Holmgren. Assist, a turnover from Devin Vassell. They're just going to need him to keep spreading that floor, knocking down perimeter shots, and playing some great defense. Be a 3-and-D guy out there, Devin Vassell. Maybe even a release valve, maybe knocking down a couple of mid-range shots will also open up the court. Off the bench, Keldon Johnson, 5 points. We have him up here for 12. Dylan Harper with 12 points. We can fill that one in. Luke Cornett, miserable in his minutes. I don't like the Luke Cornett minutes at all. Carter Bryant, I thought was fine. Wasn't good, wasn't bad. It was fine. Fine minutes from Carter Bryant. Same with Keldon Johnson. Wasn't good, wasn't bad, but fine minutes. He also knocked down a 3, which is always huge for Keldon Johnson when he's out there. He hasn't grabbed the rebound, though. They're going to need rebounding from Keldon Johnson. Harrison Barnes played the 4 minutes. Didn't really do anything in those minutes other than spread the court for his teammates. So the only thing we could really fill in our bingo card so far, after looking at the box scores, we're getting ready and set for the second half here, is Dylan Harper for 12 points. So here we go. Coming out, it looks like the Thunder get the ball. So is there anything we're close to bingo-wise? Not really. Too early to tell. We got to get some of these player props going. Christian Blaze, what's up, Christian? John Doncino, what's up, John? You heard about Mitchell Robinson's pinky? Yeah, we talked about it in the pregame. If you really want to hear the full breakdown of it, you can go to the pregame. But just to give you a quick rundown, I think he'll play game 1. I think he'll be fine. You take that finger over the ring finger, he'll be all right. Christian Blaze said, a great halftime recap. I'm just now catching up. Appreciate you, Christian. Appreciate you. It's been a back-and-forth affair. Let's see how they continue here in the second half. That 3-point shooting continues. Spurs probably taking it. If not, they're going to have to find other ways to stay in this one against the Thunder, who are only down 7 after a great shooting first half for the Spurs. SGA misses the step-back jumper, rebounded by Champagne, gets it out to Fox. Fox cross-court pass. Vassell open on the left wing. Vassell keeps the 3-point party going to give the Spurs that quick 10-point lead right back. Largest lead for the Spurs has been 15 points, and they got the 10-point lead now. McCain bringing it down, coming to his left, goes under the rim, keeping the Nashville Bowl alive, over to Harnstein, foul line floater over Wemby, got it to go. He's been unstoppable with that shot in the series. It's been automatic. Momon, what's up, Momon? They get over to Castle, coming to his left, out to Wemby, pick and pop, wide open 3, sets himself, fires it up, comes up short. SGA the rebound, swings it over to McCain. He's going to attack Wembanyama, blows past him, scoop layup, gets blocked by Champagne. Rebound knocked out to SGA, who recovers it, spins down the lane, scoop layup, gets blocked by Wemby, but a foul is called. And SGA will go to the foul line for 2. Whoa, they give Wemby the goaltend on the SGA scoop layup attempt. I didn't think that was a goaltend on Wemby on that one. That's a clean block by Wemby. That's clean. That is a clean block on Wemby on that one. I don't know. I don't like that goaltend call at all. I would probably always lean more towards not calling a goaltend. The only time you should probably call the goaltend, whether it's a goaltend or not, is... Oh, goaltend hits the bingo card, though. You know what? I like the goaltend call. It hits our bingo card. Absolutely love the goaltend call now. You're right. SGA does knock down his and one free throw. Champagny gets into the lane and knocks down the floater over Chet Holmgren. We've seen this multiple times this series where players from much smaller players than Chet Holmgren go into the paint against Holmgren and just goes through his chest and able to finish over him. That's not a great sign for a guy who came in second in Defensive Player of the Year voting. Holmgren pump fake, steps through layup with the left hand, can get it to go. Wemby went for the shot block to contest the layup by Holmgren, leaves Hartenstein wide open, even off the miss to get the offensive rebound and put back. Wemby has it up top. We're at a 5-point game, y'all. 5-point game. I gave 2 points to the wrong side, but now we're going to fix it 65-60. Vassell pump fakes out on the perimeter. They kick it out to Fox. Left corner threes and made a shot tonight. Continues to be scoreless as Castle comes flying in out of nowhere for a two-handed putback. Doesn't get the putback to go down, but that's because he's fouled by Jaron McCain. So Castle will go to the foul line for 2. Detroit said, Chet looks so weak all the time. Yeah, it's the reason why they had to go out and sign Hartenstein. Overpaid for Hartenstein because they were like, well, we can't have Chet Holmgren as our full-time center by himself. He's just not big enough. He's just not strong enough. We got 10 minutes to go in this third quarter, 2 minutes into it, and we got a 5-point game. It was 7 at halftime, so. Castle knocks down the first free throw. He's got another one coming. Bruce said, a fanatic is a person with extreme, uncritical, and often unreasonable enthusiasm or devotion to a cause, belief, or hobby. The word is root of the modern term fan, but fanatic generally implies a level of passion that goes past ordinary interest into something excessive or zealous. I don't know what caused you to throw that in the chat, but you're right. You're right. Here comes Dort bringing it down. Castle does knock down both free throws to give them that 7-point lead back. Hartenstein swings it over to McCain. Ball gets knocked loose by Fox. McCain goes into the backcourt to recover it. Shot clock down to 10. McCain's going to get busy, coming to his left, driving it down off the Hartenstein screen, attacking Wemby, bump in the lane, layup, can't get it to go. Wemby knocks the rebound loose, but it goes out to Holmgren, swings it over to Dort. A deep left wing three for Dort. At the shot clock buzzer, can't get it to go. Wemby chases down the long rebound, pushing it down the other way. Wemby coming to his left, inside the Castle. Castle swings it out. Champagny, left corner three. He's got space, and Champagny knocks down a 3 and a quick 5-0 run for the Spurs to push it back up to 10 quickly. Felt like the Thunder were building a little bit of momentum there, and the Spurs quickly nip it in the bud and get that 10-point lead right back. The Detroit boys are talking about Knicks fans? Gotcha. Fung Pei in the chat. What's up, Fung Pei? Hartenstein with 10 points, 4 boards so far here tonight. Holmgren with 6 and 8. He's rebounding well here tonight, and they desperately needed it. 70-60 with 9:30 to go in this third quarter. Lou Dort still stuck on the 5 points. McCain with 5 points. SGA 13 points now after the and one. Champagny 2 threes, by the way. 2 threes for Julian Champagny, which is great. Great. We need 1 more 3 from Champagny to hit our bingo spot. Wemby with 22 and 7. We need 8 more points from Wemby. Wemby, keep getting buckets, brother. Keep getting buckets. Put them shots up. Fox hasn't scored here tonight. He does have 4 boards and 6 assists, so he's hooping in other ways. Again, he's being a floor general out there. The shot's not going down, 0 for 6. But, again, he gets a full pass because he probably shouldn't be playing with a high ankle sprain anyway, and he's out there giving it his all. So I appreciate him for that. Devin Vassell, 12 points tonight. He's not all 4 of his shots coming from 3-point range. We've already filled in that spot for 3 threes from him. McCain's stuck on 5 points right now. Need him for 10. So we'll keep it going. Bruce Fowler said, when you can't sleep or read because your team lost, that's fanatical and accurate description of me. I'm pretty close to that, too. Even when the Knicks win. Like the other night, they made it to the finals, brother. You think I slept that night? I didn't go to sleep at all. I stayed up. 40 scope, what's up, 40 scope? Because fans and delusional are synonymous. True. The Detroit boy said, I have a family. I can't lose sleep over sports. My family understands that if I lose sleep because of sports, they understand. They will understand. Bruce Fowler said, next season Embiid is sure to stop Mitch's finger. Hopefully the finger still isn't a problem by then. John down to the bingo board is pretty fun, and it's looking pretty good. I agree, John. I love the introduction of the bingo card. Shout out my man Mark for bringing it to us, giving us the idea for it. It's a way for us to have like props and keep track of things and keep track of player scores without having to do all the betting stuff. Because I'm not a bettor at all. It's not something I'm interested in. It's not something I'm even interested in at all. So it's a way for us to go through stuff like that, go through player props like that, and have player props on the stream without actually having to dip our toe into the betting pools. And just have fun with it. Just have fun with it. And there's always a reward if we do hit bingo. The Droid Boy said, Knicks fans go all out even when they suck. So yeah, that's a good fan base. Hey man, we'll see if they travel. There are Knicks fans. I've seen the reports of like there are Knicks fans already eyeing hotels in Oklahoma and in San Antonio, like trying to fly out there for the finals games. Like it's gonna be crazy, brother. We'll see if they're gonna be. It'll be the craziest thing if they are able to invade a Western Conference opponent. Now I don't think they'll get to like 50-50, but if they can get like 30% of the arena Knicks fans, that'll be crazy. That'd be crazy if Knicks fans travel to that regard. Now, I don't have the money to do that, but I understand it. Hartenstein has it up top, being guarded by Wembanyama, hands it off to SGA, coming to his left off the timeout. SGA, cross-court pass to Caruso, swings through to his right, has a lane to the basket, gets caught in the air, kicks it out, SGA, catch and shoot three, in and out, can't get it to stay, but Holmgren right there for the tip slam dunk. Wemby, where are you under the basket on that possession, brother? Good tip dunk for Holmgren right there, staying aggressive under the basket. Fox has it up top, being guarded by Caruso. 8 and 9 for Holmgren right now. He might be our guy for the double-double. They get over to Castle. Castle throws a lob up top to Wemby. Wemby gets fouled by Hartenstein. That's 3 fouls on Isaiah Hartenstein, which could come into play. TT in the morning said, Spurs are keeping OKC an arm's length away. They are. They are. I got to give a lot of credit to the Spurs. They're hanging in there. Despite the fantastic shooting from the Spurs, they're hanging in there. 40 Scope said, I cried in the 94. I was 15. Hey, man, I might cry. If the Knicks win it all, man, you might see me cry on stream. Probably not. Probably not. I'll just celebrate. And I'll cry by myself alone in the car where no one can see. Joe said 4 fouls in Hartenstein. Only 3. Only 3. That was his 3rd foul so far. Fung Pei said, I did a search for Knicks fans crashing out and only one 12-second vid came up. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. Knocks down both free throws. 9 minutes to go here. Wemby up to 24 points again. Greatly benefits our bingo card. They tried to throw the hit-ahead pass to Caruso, but gets knocked out of bounds by the Spurs. So it'll stay here with the Thunder at least. They get it into SGA in the left wing, being guarded by Castle. 10-point lead for the Spurs here, 72-62. SGA coming to his left. And he falls to the floor looking for a foul to turnover. A pull-up 3 for Vassell. Can't get it to go. Wemby snatches the offensive rebound in the paint. Ball knocked out of his hands by McCain, though. Great defense from the Thunder to save that possession. They swing it over to McCain. Extra pass to SGA. SGA's going to dance with it in the mid-range. Picked up by Wembanyama. And the crowd up on their feet. They love to see the 2 MVPs battle it out. Step back, mid-range, fall away. SGA got it to go. That's what we want to see more of. That's what we want to see more of. SGA gets to that mid-range fall away over Wemby. Love it. Fox dancing with it, crosses over to his right in the lane. Low push floater, comes up short, can get the friendly roll. And here come the Thunder trying to knock it back to a 6-point game. SGA bringing it down. He just knocked down a mid-range step-back jumper. Can he get another one? Instead, he feeds Hartenstein, cutting to the rim, scoop lay with the right hand. Can't get it to go down. He hits the floor. Good contest from Wemby. And now here comes Wembanyama bringing it down. Hit ahead. Fox in the lane. Blows by the defense, gets into the paint, knocks down the lefty finger roll layup over Chet Holmgren in the paint, and instead of 6, it gets ballooned back up to 10. Caruso pushing it the other way. They hand it off to SGA. Did I mean I rhymed that? No, but I got a little Clyde Frazier in me. They swing it over to Hartenstein, lob it down low to Holmgren. Holmgren can't handle the pass. It's out of bounds off of Chet Holmgren. And again, the Spurs fall into the ground looking for these foul calls, and the refs are just like, get up. And that's exactly how you need to officiate this. I'm sure there was contact there when Chet Holmgren, there it is. Chet Holmgren jumps into the air. There's definitely a little bit of contact on De'Aaron Fox there, but Chet Holmgren falls to the ground as if he was tackled out of the air. Like, come on, man. There's not even, he takes the legs out a little bit. Takes the legs out a little bit. But come on, man. That's not a foul. Are we getting a challenge here? We got a timeout. OKC using a challenge here. We are getting a challenge. A2Y SSA. What's up, A2? Wemby can't be losing the ball like that. Yeah, they had a 5-on-4 situation. Wemby grabs the offensive rebound, has it in the paint, and Jared McCain knocks the ball out of his hands. I agree. You can't have that. You can't have that if you're Wemby. Grab that offensive rebound, keep it above your head, turn, flip, throw the floor up. Detroit boy said that one's not a flop. That one's not a flop. He did get his legs taken out from under him in the air. He didn't get his legs taken out from under him. There was some contact to his legs, which knocks you off balance when you're trying to fall. So, yes. I do think that they probably changed this to a foul. Walter, what's up, Walter? Appreciate you, brother. He said, I subscribe to the channel, loving the vibe of the live stream in the community. Everyone have a good night. See you all in Game 7. Appreciate you, Walter. Hopefully there is a Game 7. I agree. Mark said, Wemby playing real soft inside the paint. He has been. He has been. It's been a big problem in this series for the most part. Not getting easy shots in the paint, relying a lot on jump shots. Oscar Ruiz, what's up, Oscar? Thank you, Chevy, for giving us the game. Appreciate you for hanging out with me, Oscar. Ozahar with the Bozahar. Christian placed it, Mitch, I know Carter Bryant is young and inexperienced, but give him more minutes over Luke Cornett or put in Olynyk or Bismack instead. Yeah, I have not liked the Luke Cornett minutes at all. Occasionally he does something good for you, but man, his offense been really rough, like missing shots around the basket whenever, even if they do like get an open lob to him. And then his defense hasn't been anything to write home about. His rebounding has been anything to write home about. I wouldn't mind seeing Olynyk. I mean, Luke Cornett's big in the paint. I get it, and Olynyk is not. But I'd tell Olynyk, like, you got to go out there and play like a big man tonight, brother. You know, I have not liked the Luke Cornett minutes at all. He's got 0 points tonight, 1 rebound, 1 assist. He's only played the 7 minutes because he's not played well. They're trying to survive the Luke Cornett minutes, not necessarily playing because he's good, which is never a good spot to be in. Roberto, what's up, Roberto? 40 Scope said, they fall like Andy entered the room. I mean, Chet Holmgren falling to the ground and then, like, rolling on the ground. It's like, all right, that's a little excessive. He's trying to sell the call a bit, but we'll see what the refs rule when they come out of this break. It is a challenge from the Thunder here, and I do expect it to be a successful challenge, but we'll see. Motown said, Chet and Wemby are awesome, but still got Bambi legs. Wemby literally knocked himself out. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to change either, Motown. Like, when you're have that skinny of a build, like, they are naturally skinny guys. Like, Kevin Durant never added a ton of weight. He just improved his balance and his core strength, which is, I think, what these guys have to do. But they have such high, even higher than Durant, they have such a high center of gravity that there's really nothing that they could do for that. Bruce Fowler said, when you're flying through the air, it doesn't take much to send you flying or flailing or falling. Yeah, I agree, 100%. I do think this is a foul on Fox. But again, Chet Holmgren hit the floor and fell down and then continued to roll a little bit. And it's like, all right, maybe he's trying to sell it in that way, but a little too much. A little too much on that one. Miss Mar, what's up, Miss Mar? Who do we want up against our Knicks? I mean, probably the Spurs. But either way, it's going to be a tough team. Like, these have been the 3 best teams in the league. So it's going to be tough regardless. It is what it is. Bring them on. It's a successful challenge. No shot attempt. McCain gets to the lane and misses the finger roll layup. And now Dylan Harper with the rebound bringing it down. So after all of that, we just get a missed shot and the ball back to the Spurs. It is a successful challenge, though, so we will fill it in on the bingo card. Castle hops it in the lane, gets the layup, and 1 for Steph Castle. You give him a 13-point lead. Steph Castle hooping. Steph Castle hooping. Nate Yak said it doesn't take much for any OKC flying. That's a pretty decent point as well. Doesn't take much when you wear a Thunder jersey to send you flying. Okay, so that's a successful challenge, though, so we'll fill that in. Hey, bingo might be in play up top in this top row here. Castle knocks down his and 1 free throw. Wemby on the bench. Let's see how the Spurs play without Wemby out there. They have really struggled in the Wemby-less lineups. That has been the story of the series. We keep talking about it. SGA gets to the mid-range follow-away jumper, misses it, rebound knocked into the air. Dylan Harper takes it right out of the hands of McCain, gets it over to Vassell, pushing the pace back to Harper. Harper up top, he'll stop. He's going to dance with it. Rhythm dribble, step back, midi. Got to go for Dylan Harper, man. That jump shot is calibrated. He's hooping out there. And it's a 15-point lead, ties their largest lead of the game. Castle did knock down the free throw, by the way. Caruso to the rim, and Vassell ends up with the foul. He's running towards his bench. I wonder if he's going to ask them to challenge it. So Castle hit the free throw, and then Dylan Harper knocks down the step-back mid-range jumper. So that gives them the 3 points right there for a 15-point lead. And Vassell ran over to his bench to talk to his coaching staff about how he didn't foul. And they're going to take his word for it. I'm sure they looked at the replay and are like, yeah, you didn't foul. And they're using their challenge here. We already filled in the successful challenge to see the replay. They're showing it before we go to the commercial break. He's got all ball there with the right hand. That's all ball there. Unless they decide to call, as Caruso's going to the rim, Vassell has his left hand on Caruso's hip. That is technically hand checking, and you're not allowed to hand check anymore. So unless they decide to call that a foul, to me, that's marginal contact as Caruso's going to the rim, and that's a clean strip by Devin Vassell. To me, I think this should be a successful challenge. We'll see. Nate Yak said, I love how after timeouts, Wemby gets an extra blow. Yeah, it's great. They're going to have to find and get creative with the way they can get him rest, because clearly his endurance is not to the point where he can play 40 minutes a night. Crazy, what's up, Crazy? My screen went all black. I can't see anything. I can only hear him. Hit the refresh button or close out the app if you're on the phone. Either way, restart your kind of a setup. Either close out the browser and open it back up, or close out the app and open it back up. Just that's a jump ball incoming? Didn't we have a jump ball? We had a jump ball already. Sold that one in. We filled in the Harper one already. Okay, cool. So Harper's filled in already after that mid-range shot. He's got, 14 tonight? He's got 14 tonight. 6 for 7 from the field. Dylan Harper's got that jump shot going. Caruso has the 7 points. He's only knocked down 1 3. We need one more 3 for this spot for Caruso. But again, Wallace has 11 points, so that is close to being filled in. Chet Holmgren, I assume, is going to get 15 points. They need him to score 15 points if they want to win tonight. He's got 8. He's halfway there. So it's a successful challenge. Caruso was able to recover the ball before going out of bounds, so it's going to stay Oklahoma City Thunder basketball. This is an interesting, imminent possession thing, because Caruso is able to catch that ball, but he's going out of bounds and ends up out of bounds. I don't know. I feel like that should go back to the Spurs. But either way, Thunder get the ball back. Just got to play defense. They hand it off to SGA, who has it up top, being guarded by Castle. And I think as long as SGA is going to be on the court, Castle's going to be on the court. SGA coming to his left, Dan's with it, pulls it back out, driving it down now against and past Cornette, goes under the rim, but a foul on Luke Cornette is called on the drive. So it's still side out of bounds for the Thunder here, but the foul starting to rack up for the Spurs, both sides. The Thunder have committed 3 fouls, and now the Spurs have committed 3 fouls. Greg Williams said the Spurs don't want it bad enough. I think they want it. Tonight is definitely not the night to say that, Greg. I disagree. Maybe Game 5 you could say that, but not tonight. Tonight, they are playing extremely hard. SGA inside the Harnstein. He gets knocked to the ground, but a foul is called, and it's a foul on Devin Vassell. I know it's on Champagny. You're going to have to see the replay on that one. It looked like Harnstein just kind of fell over. That has been the story of this Thunder team, man. You got to show a replay every single time a Thunder player hits the floor, because you're like, did they flap? Is it a flop? The crowd did not like it as they saw the replay and roared. But we got 6:20 to go here. Harnstein back up top to Caruso, side out of bounds again. They swing it out. A 3 from Kason Wallace. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. His first miss of the night. And we got 6:13 to go. Harper with the rebound, shot out of a cannon, blowing past SGA to the rim, draws the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2. And Dylan Harper is taking it right to this team right now. My goodness. They already hold a 15-point lead, which ties their largest lead of the night. And Dylan Harper give them a 17-point lead. Adani said, I predicted the sweep in the finals. I mean, I got Knicks in 4 until proven otherwise. And I have yet to be proven otherwise. Jagged Terry said, Spurs need to stop using challenge chances? I disagree. You got to send a message to these officials. You can't keep rewarding these floppers, man. Playing good defense here. I like it. You have 2 challenges. I like using the one there, especially when one of your better players comes running over to you and you're like, please use the challenge here. Like, I'm going to give my player the benefit of the doubt. Not always, but in that scenario, sure. Harper knocks down both free throws, giving them the 17-point lead, 81-64, 9-0 run for the Spurs to take this lead. And we're halfway through this third quarter. Time is running down on the Thunder. They have more than enough time to do so, but time is ticking down here. SGA hits Hartenstein cutting to the rim, pulls it back out, picks up his handle, got nowhere to go, hands it off to Wallace, coming to his left down the lane, throws a lob up top to Hartenstein. He can't get the dunk to go down. No foul call. Cornette able to recover the loose ball as it got knocked to him. And then Harper spins off of Caruso. What a move to the rim. Gets fouled. What a move from the rookie who's taken over this third quarter here. Since coming in, he's been phenomenal all night long. They gave it to him, and Caruso thinking, hey, the rookie, he's got his back turned to me. He's going to catch that ball. He's going to turn right into me. I'm going to take it right out of his hands. And we've seen Alex Caruso do that time and time again to all-star point guards. And Dylan Harper catches it, doesn't panic, quickly hits a spin move off of Alex Caruso, goes to the rim and gets the foul. Now he's at the free throw line for 2 free throws. He gets the first one to go. He looks phenomenal tonight. And this is the Dylan Harper that is absolutely frightening, nightmarish to the rest of the NBA because they already have Wemby. Castle's already a stud. And then you have this kid, Dylan Harper, also a stud now. Dylan Harper knocks down both free throws. It's a 19-point lead for the Spurs now, with Wembanyama on the bench. And this has been the story of the series, but they've really struggled without Wemby in the game. Caruso putting his head down, attacking out the Hartenstein over to SGA. And they are thriving right now, mostly because of the play of Dylan Harper. Case on Wallace attacking Cornette. They kick it out to J-Dub. Some great rotations here from the Spurs. And then SGA can catch the ball. Castle rips it away. Castle gets chased down by Wallace, knocks the ball loose. What a defensive play from Wallace. Hit ahead to J-Dub, going to the rim, kicks it over to SGA. SGA is going to look to attack. Gets cut off. They kick it out to J-Dub. He fires up a 3. Comes up short, rebounded by Champagnie. Look at the defense from the Spurs. The Thunder are all out of whack right now, and Castle has it up top being guarded by Caruso. It's still a 19-point game. They're trying to get that 20-point lead. Castle coming to his right, crossing over to his left, top step in the lane. Throws up the floater, rattles it down. Wild move from Steph Castle. It looked like he took 15 steps, but I'm pretty sure it was just a delayed Euro. And he gets the floater to go down, and SGA has it up top being guarded by Vassell. SGA is going to look to isolate. Brother, they need you to step up. You're the MVP. You're the star. He spins off of Vassell, gets caught in the air, kicks it out to Caruso. Caruso up top to Wallace. Wallace coming to his left, attacking Champagnie, steps through the lane, gets blocked by Champagnie. Wallace picks it back up, gets it out to Caruso. He'll fire up the right wing 3. He'll miss a right wing 3. Vassell comes flying in for the rebound, and he'll bring it down the other way. They get over to Harper. Harper's going to look to attack. He's got some space, dancing with it against SGA, driving to his right, pulls it back, puts up the little fall-away jumper over him, can't get it to go. Cornette the rebound. He gets knocked to the ground. He picks it up, tries to save it out, gets knocked away. Cornette looks terrible. Absolutely hate to see him on the court. Wallace gets it over to SGA on the left wing, being guarded by Harper. She's going to fire up the left wing 3. In and out, can't get it to stay. Rebounded by Cornette, and SGA is, 6 for 17 from the floor tonight. He continues to be horrendous from the floor and very inefficient in this series. And it looks like we're going to get that Game 7, folks. It looks like we're on the verge of that Game 7. Team in the morning said, OKC, yikes alert, Spurs have pulled away. Game not over yet. We've seen 20-point leads happen, of course. But man, oh man, the fact that they were able to push the lead up to 21 here, I think that was an 11-0 run. I think it's still going technically. I think. Can't remember the last time the Thunder scored here. But to get the 21-point lead with Wembanyama on the bench is a phenomenal sign for the Spurs team because they have struggled mightily without Wemby. I know I've harped on that all night long and probably most of our coverage throughout the series, but they have struggled mightily with Wembanyama on the bench. And here tonight, they're thriving with him on the bench. And it's led by Dylan Harper, who has 18 points, 6 boards, 2 assists. He's been phenomenal tonight. Castle's also been very good as well, 14, 4, and 7 from him. Vassell's been great with the 4 made threes. Champagnie's been nails defensively even, as well as knocking down 2 threes. Been really good. Adonis said, time to rest your starters? Absolutely not, brother. Absolutely not. You're hoping that there's the possibility that this young Spurs team is going to rest on their laurels. And you can make this comeback happen. It's not looking great, but it's not impossible, so you got to keep it going. You got 4 minutes to go in this third quarter. So you essentially have 16 minutes remaining in the game. Like, you find a way to get this to 15 going into the fourth quarter, and 15-point leads are very much in play of making a comeback happen. They get it into Harper. Wembanyama back on the court, along with Keldon Johnson. Let's see how this plays out. Harper, over to Johnson, over to Fox. He'll take the baseline, out to Champagnie, swings through to his right. Down the lane, lefty layup, got to go down for Julian Champagnie. You got Champagnie taking you off the bounce to the basket. He has been phenomenal, right? He started a 15-0 run for the Spurs here. Jay Will has it up top. He's being guarded by Keldon Johnson. Jay Will hands it off to Wallace. Wallace dances with it against Johnson, coming to his right, putting his head down, attacking to the rim, and he kicks it out to nobody to turnover. Champagnie gets it over to Fox. Fox bringing it down, coming to his left, blowing past the defense, pulls it back out, leaves it off for Johnson. Johnson gets it back to Fox. They swing it over to Champagnie. He's going to walk into a right wing three. Champagnie comes up short. Battle for the rebound. Wembanyama keeping it alive, but Chet Holmgren able to dig it out, and they get it over to McCain. McCain bringing it down. He has not been heard of here tonight. Driving it down against Keldon Johnson. Bumps Johnson off his balance, so they kick it out. Isaiah Joe driving to his right, pulls it back to his left. They put Joe in, by the way. McCain coming to his left, attacking Fox, picks up his handle, kicks out to Isaiah Joe. Terrible double team from Wembanyama, but they don't get punished for it as Isaiah Joe misses the wide open three. And they're digging deep into their bench. No Aaron Wiggins here tonight. No Isaiah Joe until right now. Wembanyama going right through the chest of Holmgren, but turns it over as he falls to the ground. Love the no call. McCain driving it down. Bump in the lane, can knock down the lefty layup, rebounded by Champagnie again. Thunder really struggling to put the ball in the basket here, as has been the case all series long when the Thunder have lost these games. Fox on the left wing, ball knocked out of his hands by Cason Wallace, and a foul on Cason Wallace. We have 2:30 to go here. Adani said, I want the Thunder to win, but it won't happen tonight. I think they'll win the next 5. Well, they'll definitely have a chance to win Game 7, but we'll see. Stir Show, what's up, Stir Show? OKC not scoring for the last 5 minutes. Good Lord. Yeah, and now Fox at the foul line for 2 because both teams are in the bonus. Fox misses the first free throw, though. He continues to be scoreless here tonight. My goodness. Yeah, so Devin Vassell is actually, they're showing a replay there of Vassell talking to Wembanyama. He's probably telling him, like, hey, man, I was in front of Jared McCain there. You did not need the double team. I got it. And you left Isaiah Joe wide open. Now, it didn't burn them there, but it could in the future. McCain tries to get it out to Holmgren, and it's a turnover on Jared McCain. Fox did knock down the second free throw at least, so we didn't get to fill in 2 consecutive missed free throws. But it is a 24-point lead, and if it gets to 25 going into the fourth quarter, we might start getting into rest starters territory for sure. 25 is my magic number for when a lead starts to become insurmountable. Fox bringing it down, coming to his left off the Wemby screen, in the lane, kicks it out. Champagnie, right corner 3 from him, comes up short. Rebounded by Barnes, rips it away from McCain, saves it out to Fox, who saves it from going to the out lines, gets it over to Wemby, dances with it against Jay Will, kicks it out to Johnson, pump fake, spins to his right, putting his head down, attacking, throws up the floater off glass, can't get it to go. And a loose ball foul on the Thunder, trying to keep Wemby off the glass. And that is 2 free throws for Wemby as well. Mark said, repeat of game 4? It's looking like it. Looking like it. So we got 2 free throws for Wembanyama. Why is my timer still going? That's why, because we got 2 minutes to go here. 24-point lead. Wemby knocks down the first free throw. He's got 1 more coming. Gives them the 25-point lead. MBM said, OKC not built like us, bring on San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs have an excellent defensive game plan against this Thunder team. I wonder how the Knicks would be able to guard this Thunder team, specifically SGA, right? Like, they have completely taken away his ability to attack the basket because Wembanyama is standing down there. And they have great perimeter defenders between Castle and Vassell and guys like that. Isaiah Joe, hit a head pass, pump fakes out of the 3, out to Holmgren. Holmgren will attack the paint, kicks it out to Kenrich Williams. Ran off that 3-point line by Barnes. Wemby knocked down both free throws, by the way. Kenrich Williams down the lane, pump fake spin, follow-away jumper over Barnes, comes up short. Wembanyama knocking the rebound loose. Fox picks it up. Wembanyama beating them down the court. They get it over to Barnes. Extra pass to Johnson. Right corner 3 from Keldon Johnson. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Wemby on the glass. Can't get the tip up and in. Kenrich Williams rips it down. They get over to SGA. We'll talk about how the Knicks will match up with whoever ends up winning Game 7, because it's looking like the Spurs are going to win this Game 6 here. SGA bump floater, can't get it to go down. He has been terrible. Fox bringing it down. Fox crosses over to his left, hop step in the lane, and he gets fouled by Kenrich Williams. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. We got 1:16 to go. Corey, goaltend bingo card. Thank you, Corey. Thank you. You're right. 100%. Forgot to fill that one in. We did have the goaltend on the Wembanyama one. Even though I didn't think it was a goaltend, they called the goaltend, so we'll take it. Where is it? Where is the goaltend? Where is the goaltend? Oh, there it is. Down here. Doesn't really help us. It's not anywhere near any of the bingo spots, but we'll fill it in. Fox at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocked down the first one. He's got another one coming. Jersey, that's at Champagny plus 24. And it's not just the three-point shooting from Champagny tonight, man. I think his defense has been fantastic. And I think his rebounding has been incredibly important. And it is a 28-point lead. It's a 20-0 run for the Spurs here. Holmgren spinning towards the baseline, pulls it back, has it in the post against Wemby. He's not going to look to go against them. He's going to hand it off to Isaiah Joe. He'll take the baseline. He'll dribble back out, coming to his right in the lane. He's going to pump fake. He's going to step through. He's going to leave it off for Holmgren. Reverse layup from him, and he got it to go down. Chet Holmgren has how many? He's got 10 here. We need 5 more points, Chet Holmgren. By the way, that's a double-double as well. And finally, the Thunder get on the board as well. So we got the double-double. We'll fill it in a second here. Castle has it up top. We got 40 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Castle gets it over to Fox. Fox swings through to his left, pulls it back, loses the handle, picks it back up, follow-away jumper in the paint. He got some free throws. Still can't calibrate that jump shot, though. And again, I gave him a full pass with the high ankle sprain, so I'm going to give him that, even though he's moving decently well out there. But Jay Will misses the left wing 3, rebounded by Castle. Will bring it down. 26-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs here, and Castle has it up top. And the crowd up on their feet, knowing that we might see a lot of the bench come fourth quarter time here. They get it over to Fox. They swing it over to Wembanyama. He's going to dance with it against Holmgren. He's going to spin off of him, go to the baseline. Gets blocked by Chet Holmgren. Loose ball, knocked out of bounds. It's going to go to the Thunder. Lewis Force with the Blues. Bring on National Guard if the Knicks win ship. They might need to. Holmgren spins off of a Wemby. Wemby gets a block back at him. Isaiah Joe flips it up at the rim looking for a foul, doesn't get it, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter right there. 12 minutes on the clock and a 26-point lead for the San Antonio Spurs. I'll tell you guys this. The way I like to play this out is once we see the end of the bench guys come into the game, that's when we will end the show here. Just that's a 32-13 quarter. Ooh, 13 points is rough. Nick Yak said, we already seen OKC coach pull the players down 18 early fourth. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. They might just be like, all right, game 7 at home, let's do it. That might be their mentality here tonight. Why fight back in a 26-point deficit when nothing's going down for them? And if that's the case, we're going to have to look at the spots here. And look, SGA, the same way I and a lot of other people slandered Wembanyama for his Game 5 performance, SGA on the road here in a closeout game, 15 points on 6 for 8 shooting. Ugh, disgusting, brother. We do have the double-double on our bingo card. Chet Holmgren with 10 and 11 here. There you go. Star Schmello, what's up, Star? Is SGA usually this inconsistent? What's up with him tonight? No, he's often been the most consistent player in the NBA. I think the Spurs have like the perfect personnel to guard him. You have Wembanyama to completely wall off the paint, and he's one of the best drivers in the NBA. And when walling off the paint, you also have the perimeter defenders with both strength and size and length to guard them between Vassell, Keldon Johnson, mostly Steph Castle. Dylan Harper as well has gotten some minutes on him. Carter Bryant, you could bring him off the bench for a couple of minutes as well. So you could bother him at least. And by keeping him out of the paint, you could overplay the jump shot, the step-back jump shot, and really, really contest his jump shots. Because you're not worried. If he does blow past you and try to get into the lane, you know Wembanyama is waiting for him at the basket. So I think it's his inconsistencies against the Spurs team is mostly because he really struggles to figure out their team right now. But also, in that scenario, and they're showing him multiple bodies, so he can't even get to a comfortable space in the half court. And in that scenario, he's often like swinging the ball around. And we saw like in game 5, he ultimately ended up with 30 points. A lot of that came from free throws, obviously. He took 17 free throws in that game. But when the Thunder do well in this series, it's because when SGA sees multiple bodies and he swings it over to his teammates, like Lou Dort knocked down a couple shots. McCain had 20-something points in 2 games this series. You got Holmgren. He's got 10 points. He hasn't been great in the series, but Hartenstein's got 10 points as well. And then off the bench, they're not getting production at all. Alex Caruso with 7 points. Well, they did get some Case on Wallace minutes, which, by the way, he's got 11 points. Brother, we need 1 more point. And Chet, we need 5 more points. So if you play the first couple of minutes of this fourth quarter, guys, please put the ball in the basket and give us the bingo. I'd be very disappointed if we didn't get bingo here tonight. Someone talked about Wemby blocks. So real quick, Wembanyama has how many blocks? I know we got a block to end the quarter. He's got 3 blocks. So any player with 3 blocks goes up. Any player for 3 blocks gets filled in on the bingo card here. Wemby for 30, he's got 26. Wallace also. Now this column is close to being filled in. Let's update the bingo card so you guys can see it. So this left column here is close now with a double-double and any player for 3 blocks. Again, we need Case on Wallace for 1 more point and Wemby for 4 more points. We'll see if we see these guys at all here in this half. Wembanyama does come out to start the 4th. I did expect to see that. Happy to see it. They swing it around. Keldon Johnson lobs it to Wemby. Wemby in the mid-range, being guarded by J. Will. Pump fake, jab step, jab step again, spins off of him. In the lane, throws up the jumper, way off on that one as he hesitated while he was up in the air. And now here comes J. Will, gets it over to Joe. Joe tries to blow past Castle, loses the hand on the ball. Castle dives for it. They show multiple defenders to get it out to McCain. Left corner 3 from him. He got it to go down. There you go. 23. Get this below 20 quickly. And then you might have yourself a game here. Keldon Johnson up top. We have Johnson in here for what? He's got 5 points. We have him on our bingo card for 12. They get over to Castle. Castle swings through to his left. Swings it over to Barnes. Barnes, a left wing 3. He's been absent all night. Been absent most of the series, but he gets a 3-point shot right there. Give me those 3 points right back. Anything you can do, I can do better offense. Dylan Harper up off the bench. He's going to the scorer's table. They get over to Kenrich Williams, bringing it down, being picked up by Keldon Johnson here. Kenrich Williams gets it over to McCain. McCain's going to drive it down in the paint, draws the foul, and the floater gets the floater to go down and go to the foul line for 1 more. McCain getting a couple of shots to go down here. McCain off that floater. Yeah, he had 5 points, knocked down to 3, gets the floater to go. So whether he makes his free throw or not, who knows? We have him up here for 12? No, we have him up here for 10. All right, there you go. He hit 10. There you go, McCain. Does that help us with bingo? A little bit. Castle's how many points tonight? Steph Castle's got 14. So we need Castle. Wallace. It's all coming down to Case on Wallace, man. Put Case on Wallace out there. We need Case on Wallace desperately. Guys. Darnell said, keep on the gas, don't stop playing. Michael Max, you're fair for a change? I'm fair for every side. Except when the Knicks play them. It's the only time I'm biased. We desperately need Case on Wallace for 12 points, guys. Everything is coming down to Case on Wallace. Obviously, this row here, we also need Chet for 15 points. Okay. This column here, we also need Wemby for 30 points. Okay. Chet has 10. He's 5 points away. Maybe he can get it. Wemby has, 26? He needs 4 more points. He can get it. And then now we have the possible diagonal here, which is also coming down the Case on Wallace for 1 more point. And we have Castle for 20 points, and he's got 14. So it's also possible he could get that as well. It's all coming down the Case on Wallace, guys. My goodness. Bruce said, anyone under the impression that Mitch Robinson, all 7 feet of him, is going to allow a fractured pinky to keep him out of the first NBA Finals is bugging. He's waited his whole life for this moment. Look, man, it's going to be about pain tolerance, and I fully expect Mitchell Robinson to play Game 1 and play majority of the series. Isaiah Gardner said, I wanted to play the Spurs. Nobody is guarding Brunson, and Fox hasn't played well. Nope, not at all. Not at all. Sons Jen said, sports media doesn't do news, they do rage bait. There's some independent places that do news, but yeah, the bigger places don't do news anymore. Even like Shams, with the way he puts information out nowadays, is whack and terrible. Michael Eady, what's up, Michael? These OKC dudes is going to cheat Game 7. I don't think they're going to cheat Game 7, brother. Hopefully it's another well-officiated game. TT in the morning said, we need Wemby for 30 and then throw an elbow so he can get a technical. Wemby for 30 and the technical. I guess the technical was also in play as well. Michael Mack said, I'm counting on bias when it's the Knicks. Absolutely. My bias is on full display when it comes to the Knicks. Madrasi said, thanks for being optimistic, Chevy. It helps. Appreciate you, Madrasi. He will play. He will play. I think it's gamesmanship, right? They're not going to say, like, he's got a broken pinky, but he's going to play through it. Like, they're just going to be like, hey, he's got a broken pinky. We don't know when it'll be fixed. There's no timetable, right? It just is what it is. Bruce Fowler said, Fox can't hold JB, no way. Well, Fox wouldn't be guarding him. It'd be Steph Castle guarding Jalen Brunson. And Steph Castle is a very good defender. Will he be able to guard Jalen Brunson? Nobody's able to guard Jalen Brunson. Will he be able to guard Jalen Brunson with Victor Wembanyama standing in the paint? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Michael Eady said, the Knicks are the most mature team. Yeah. Yeah. Between the three of them, they are a grizzled veteran team that have made deep playoff runs year after year after year. And they're ready to win it all. And you're seeing them absolutely locked in. So it's a failed challenge. So it was a challenge from the Spurs, and it's a failed challenge. Sons of Jen said, people worried to death about OG being out, and it was totally fine. And that was a hamstring. You know, I think Mitchell will be fine. He's just going to have to play through it. McCain does knock down his and one free throw. We already filled in the McCain prop, so I don't care anymore, McCain. And this is a blowout, so 23-point lead here. SGA probably done for the night. Let's see. That was a failed challenge. Where's failed challenge down here? Okay, doesn't really help us with bingo. Wembanyama up top. They get over to Dylan Harper. Can we feed Castle and Wemby here? They kick it out to Johnson. I'll take a Johnson 3, I guess. Air ball. Jeez, Johnson. Jeez. Jeez Louise, brother. Thunder bringing it down. I'm not even paying attention because it doesn't really matter. We just kind of need our bingo card to pop off. Dort in the lane, pulls it out, and kicks it out to nobody. Lewis Forrest with the Blues. Knar said, what's the deal? Is it intra-articular? I don't know. They just said broken pinky, brother. Broken pinky. The Thunder are in this like 2-3 zone. They lob it up top to Wemby. Another assist to Castle, who's got 9 assists now. Wembanyama with 28. Get the 30 ball, Wemby. Get the 30 ball. Get the 30 ball. And then put Cason Wallace out there. Cason Wallace not in the game. Step back from McCain, who gets fouled by Castle. McCain going to the foul line for 2. Bruce Williams with the Bruce. Do you think those alley-oop dunks will slow him down? No. I think he'll be fine. He doesn't get a ton of alley-oop dunks in a game anyway. Maybe 1 or 2. Just that said, Wemby 0 fouls is the most impressive thing? I think the most impressive thing from Wemby are 2 areas. This number right here, the attempts, got to be aggressive with the ball in your hands, and this number right here in the rebounds. Because if he's not grabbing the rebounds, it's clearly because Hartenstein is bodying him up, Holmgren is bodying him up, and not giving him any airspace to get shots to go down or to grab rebounds. Very, very important for him to get shot attempts up and get rebounds. He's got to set the tone for his team, and that was the biggest problem in Game 5 to me. McCain knocks down both of his free throws. And we still have players out there, so until both teams go deep into their bench, we'll stick around. Eric C with the Eric C. I don't know. I think the Thunder look cooked in general, not just this game. Well, AJ Mitchell was still out with the calf, and then J-Dub came back tonight, and he looks awful. Awful. As Barnes knocks down a 3. That's great, Harrison Barnes. Can we get Wembanyama 1 more basket? Can we get Steph Castle 3 more baskets? Or 2 threes? Can we get him 2 threes? Lou Dort, right corner 3 over Wemby. Almost shoots up an air ball. Barely grazes the rim on the strong side. And then they try to kick it to McCain, and it's a turnover. And we are on the verge in a 26-point game with 9:20 to go here, guys, of wrapping this one up. If we miss out on bingo again, I'm going to be very upset again. Very upset. Knar said, they ain't cooked until they're cooked. There goes Wemby. So there goes that possibility, although we didn't have Wallace in the game, so. But is Castle still out there? Castle's still out there, so. Harper coming to his left, throws a lob up top to Cornette, who gets the dunk to go down. All right, we got a 28-point lead if this gets to 30. I fully expect the timeout to be called and for the bench guys to come in. McCain kicks it out to Kendrick Williams, a right wing three from him. He got it to go down. Kay Hazy said, trading blowouts back and forth is crazy. It is crazy. Can't relate as a Knicks fan. Scomberg said, Chevy, would you sign Oubre Jr. in the offseason? Nah, I'm good. I like Kelly Oubre, but the Knicks don't have cap space, brother. So I'm not going into the second apron to sign Kelly Oubre. Not worth it. Oubre, speaking of, Harper down the lane, swings it in the corner to Barnes. Catching fire to the left corner. Barnes can't get it to go. Rebound knocked loose, out of bounds. It's going to go to the Thunder. Bruce Fowler said this game is over. I'm going to hang out until they pull the guys out. I mean, Harper's still out there. Castle's still out there. Stick around. It's a possibility we get bingo. As long as the possibility remains because the players are out there, I'm going to take it. I guess nobody's really out there for the Thunder for us anymore. We do have Keldon Johnson who gets the steal there. We do have Castle. Harper spins down the lane, lefty layup. Can't get it to go. Rebound, knocked loose. McCain picks it up. Hit a head pass. Jay Will under the basket by himself. Gets the dunk. Just that said, Oubre was big talk 4 years ago. Yeah, I like Oubre. Oubre's a solid, wing player. He's inconsistent. To me, he should be coming off the bench. But, I like Oubre. Again, we just don't have the money to sign him. Castle down the lane, lefty layup, got it to go, and one. There you go, Steph Castle. Please get another and one for us and knock down your free throw. Just that said, 122 total should be a square. 122 total. Like for a team? Castle, he's up to 16. Knock down your free throw, get 17. Hit another three before going to the bench, brother. Hit another three before going to the bench. I guess it doesn't really matter because, again, we need Cason Wallace for one more point. Can't believe he scored 11 in the first half and did not score in the third at all. MEM said game has been over. Body language said it 12 minutes ago. Pretty much. I mean, they went on a 20-0 run. Now that pretty much ended the game right there. So Carter Bryant comes in. Are we subbing our guys out? Castle remains in there. I mean, we got end of the bench, not end of the bench guys in because the Thunder don't have end of the bench guys in. They don't have end of the bench guys. But when Steph Castle subs out, that's when we're end our night. Castle does hit his free throw. They get it in the gel. Stops, spins out to McCain, left wing three over Castle, misses it off the back rim. Carter Bryant the rebound. Hit a head pass to Castle. Castle down the lane, layup, contact, no foul. Rebound Cornette in the lane, gets fouled. He'll go to the foul line for two. But I think that's going to wrap up our night. G4 with the G4, I've been saying. Spurs in 7, Spurs versus Knicks, let's go. Had to tune in quick to give you like this up. The Floppers lost. Appreciate you, G4. We got a game 7. Nick Yak said OKC should be ashamed giving up with 11 minutes to play. They were down like 26 points, Nick Yak. And they had nothing going. I don't blame them for giving up here tonight, mostly because as Castle subs out, and that's going to end our night. Jordan McLaughlin is it. That's going to end our night. The free throw is going to be made, and then a three is going to be hit. I can see the score here is going to be 82-106. But that's going to end our night. We have no chance of getting bingo now, as these guys have subbed out. Aaron Wiggins is in the game, who has not really played in the series. I don't fully understand why. He's a guy who can make something happen with the ball in his hands. I'd have Wiggins, SGA, and McCain out there. But that's just me. Anyway, that'll wrap it up. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with me. Villanette TV said, who do you got for Game 7? I think the Thunder are going to win it. I've had the Thunder since before the series started. I do think the Thunder will win it. Kenar said, Knicks play the Spurs better. They do play the Spurs better. And with Fox and Harper hampered a little bit here, although Dylan Harper looked fantastic tonight. The biggest problem is the Wemby matchup, but Towns can pull him away from the basket, and Josh Hart, the way he's been shooting it, can pull him away from the basket a little bit maybe. And then, Suns Gen said, nice result, more pinky rest. Well, the finals is set, Suns Gen. There is no, extending the finals because the series went longer. Finals is next Wednesday. Game 1 is next Wednesday, right? Regardless if this went 7 or not. So, Carter Bryant to 3, hold on. Misses it. All right, but that's going to wrap us up. I appreciate you guys for hanging out with us. Unfortunately, we don't get bingo. We don't get bingo. We got close yet again. Yet again, we got close, and because it was a blowout, maybe we probably would have gotten it if it wasn't a blowout. But that's going to wrap us up here tonight. Decent game. Unfortunate blowout in the second half there. Again, second game in a row, I should say. But this series, I've seen a lot of people talk about how, oh my goodness, this has been a phenomenal series. I'm like, I know it's going 7 games, but like these games haven't been great to watch. Like Game 3 was rough to watch. Game 5 was rough to watch. And then here tonight, it was a blowout. It's been kind of rough to watch in the second half because it's not been close. So, I think it's 2 Titans battling against each other, but I don't think the games have been awesome. I think, like, the adjustments, like, when you go back and watch these games and look out for the adjustments, like, I think the adjustments have been fantastic. I think it's been a really well-coached series for the most part on a game-by-game basis. But, the basketball hasn't been, like, awesome because one night one team has the advantage and another night the other team has the advantage. And it hasn't been, like, outside of Game 1, it hasn't been, like, super close down the stretch. We had a double overtime game to start the series, and we haven't seen that level of closeness since. So, we'll be back, of course, for, what's today? Thursday for Saturday? Right? Next game is Saturday. We'll just double check that. So, I'm not telling you a day that doesn't exist. So, we'll meet back up, obviously, for the next game on Saturday. Saturday, 8 o'clock start time. So, half hour earlier. 8 o'clock start time, Eastern time, of course. 7:45 to go. 7:45 is when we'll start, there's 5 minutes to go in this game, but this one's been over for a while. We just tried to hang around and try to salvage our bingo card, which unfortunately did not happen. So we'll be back for a Game 7, and then we can fully prepare and get ready for NBA Finals. Game 1, New York Knicks versus... We don't know yet. So, with that being said, I appreciate you guys. Shout out AP for the very generous super checks here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Bruce Faust said Sohan on the board for the Spurs. It would be crazy if the Spurs ended up in the finals because then Sohan's getting a ring no matter what, right? He's getting a ring because he was on the Spurs earlier in the year. And he's getting a ring because he's on the Knicks now. So it's a win-win situation for Jeremy Sohan. Nagy said, will you do pre-finals game dedicated video? Maybe. I've thought about it. Maybe. We'll have some time. We'll have about 3 days, but until then, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll see what Game 7 brings us. Nick Yak said, I love Mitch. I'm concerned, but not worried. Yeah, it'll affect his game a little bit, of course, but I think he'll be able to play. And as long as he's out there, he's impactful because you gotta put multiple bodies on him just to keep him off the glass. He can still keep possessions alive, right? He blocks shots with his left hand anyway. But with that being said, just a quick shout out. Who are the NBA East champs, y'all? The hat has arrived. It's entered. We got the hat. And best believe I will be rocking this hat all summer. All summer. The shirt is on its way. I ordered it online the day the Knicks won it, that night. So we'll be back, of course, on Saturday, 8 o'clock start time. So until then, I appreciate you guys. Rose, AP, Kinahar, 5-star, appreciate you. Robert Klink, Crazy, Bruce Fowler, everybody in the chat. Appreciate you guys here tonight for hanging out with me on what was unfortunately not a great ending to the game here tonight as the Spurs ultimately ran away with it and blew the Thunder out. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys. And we'll see each other on Saturday. And remember, brush your teeth for bed, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody. Bye.